All right, guys. After a fun race, one cold night last night, and a killer race the night before, break of Zane and John Hunter losing the Craftsman Truck Series Championship, we're ready to crown a Winston Cup champion to conclude the 2021 NASCAR season. And as you can tell by the jersey, the Spurs jersey, yep, we have another NASCAR San Antonio doubleheader, the second one in 3 nights. And so therefore, because after this race is over, we're heading to MDA TV to watch the Spurs and the Thunder. But that will not be live streamed. No, that'll just be regular broadcast across all my socials. So we're gonna have a fun Sunday. So we're gonna talk about one cold night later on tonight on all my other socials. So let's get it. Austin's making his third ever, not third. I can't talk. Oh, there's my girl Kelly Stavis. Let's go. I can't talk straight. Austin, my boy Austin's making his 300th Winston Cup start. And I'm just hoping that he can have a good race. I know he's not part of the championship fight, and he's probably not going to win most likely. But I'm just picking anyone but that Brett Bodine imposter, and we call Dennis to win the championship. Yeah, him. The Brett Bodine imposter.
Today, Parker. Well, Dave Martin-Truex Jr. is the oldest of the championship four at 41 years old in this battle, but he told me he is aware that this could potentially be his last.
Okay, so therefore I moved out of the way, because since you all bitched at me during the Mountain Dew 500, I was in the way of the TV.
This team, though, is lacking in the short run. They said if it comes down to it,
it's the last race with the Gen 6 car, last race for Chip Ganassi Racing. I'm going to miss Chip Ganassi, but it's also Starcom's last race. They will not be missed. Last cars were numbers underneath the doors, at least as of right now. Possibly the last career race for Ryan Newman.
Vice President of Sports and Entertainment Marketing for Coca-Cola, John Mount. Vice President of Partnerships and Activations for Xfinity, Matt Lederer. And Assistant Vice President at Geico, C.D. Jane.
Drivers, start your engines. Yeah, baby. Stand up and get crushed. All right, who's all here? I got 3 people.
Here we go. Miller in motion. Wait, is that a baby on the field?
It looks like it, Craig.
And the defensive linemen are playing peekaboo. I've never seen anything like that before.
Harris now appears to be burping the baby.
That's a great moment right there.
Ref's going to the rule book here.
Well, wait a minute. Harris is off to the races.
We don't need any more trick plays.
Touchdown!
But we can all use more ways to save.
Are you kidding me?
It's going to be a long bus ride home for the defense.
Switch to Geico for more ways to save.
Bill is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon. So now it's free to become Wonderland Will. Deck the halls with printer paper. Recycled, of course.
I need a Mocha Crunch Flash, please. You got it.
I'm on the Mocha Crunch.
We're gonna need more espresso chunks.
Order up.
Sonic Mocha Crunch left.
With early paycheck, you can get your direct deposit up to 2 days earlier. That's another reason banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than this.
Well, honey, which one are you going to open up first? No way!
Yep, even easier than that. Plus, with no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, is it even a decision?
All right, who's ready for the Checker Auto Parts 500 at Phoenix? Okay, let's get TikTok's attention. Let's get TikTok's attention. All right, everybody, we're going live on YouTube for the last time this year for the NASCAR season for the Chuck Auto Parts 500 championship race at Phoenix. Mark Oliveris Enterprises is my YouTube channel. Link is in the bio for you to subscribe and join this live stream watch party. So be there.
NASCAR on NBC is brought to you by.
All right, everybody, we're going.
Now even more delicious. Ruoff Mortgage, official mortgage partner of NASCAR. Welcome home from Ruoff Mortgage. Ford, built Ford proud. And by USAA this Veterans Day. Join us in celebrating those who serve.
The ending. Do you love it or do you hate it? I mean, the best part of the end is that you get to see what happens in the story, right? All this time, you've been invested in following what's been happening. All the ups and downs, twists and turns, surprises and shocks, and unforgettable moments. And now, you finally get to see how it all turns out. There's something satisfying about that for sure. After all the build-up, all the anticipation. But you also might dread it, because, well, the ending means it's over.
Remember what they taught us growing up, even in the when we lived on Sandhurst. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened.
Victories to watch them celebrate. Everything you love about the adventure finally wrapped up for another year. But if life tempts you to always yearn for what was, take some advice from the ones you're here to see. Competitors who just live in the moment, only focusing on what's right in front of them, knowing all the while the best way, the only way to get where they ultimately want to go. Victory Lane on this final day of the season.
The Checker Auto Parts 500.
Celebrate the pinnacle of everything you've been through, and don't worry about tomorrow anyhow. Because when you live in the moment like these fellas, today is always the best day of the year.
No more waiting. It's time. The engines are fired and the field about ready to take on this 1 mile racetrack. Starting grid brought to you by USAA. Up front, qualifying yesterday, with Kyle Larson, the 29-year-old from Elk Grove, California, on pole. He will start next to Chase Elliott, the 25-year-old from Dawsonville, Georgia.
You see back in row 3, Denny Hamlin, the third of the championship 4, will start next to Kurt Busch. A little bit farther back, Brad Keselowski making his final start for Team Penske.
Team Penske.
Fourth championship competitor, Martin Truex Jr. in row 6.
Mentioned drivers that are maybe making their final starts. Matt Benedetto.
Good. Fuck that guy.
Ryan Newman in row 10.
Turn it to a worthless piece of shit. Oh, look, look, Starcom's leaving. That's the last name, Starcom. They will not be missed. Are they going to be in everybody's way for one more for the road? We'll see.
A year and a half ago, it would have been hard to imagine Kyle Larson being in this position. In April 2020, he used a racial slur during an esports event and was suspended by NASCAR. Larson apologized. He worked for months to learn more about the impact.
I hope it's him instead of that Brett Bodine imposter. Yes.
Who believed in Larson's desire to become a
Well, he was going to hell without that incident.
Has made the most of that second chance. He's been dominant this year, both in NASCAR and his beloved pastime of dirt track racing. Now, he could be the favorite to claim his first Cup Series championship.
Take a look at Chase Elliott. We all know him, the defending champion, the sport's most popular driver, the son of an icon. At 25 years old, the Dawsonville driver has the opportunity to do something that his father, Austin Bill, never did. Become a 2-time Cup champion. He never lets the pressure get to him, and he used just the opportunity to win a championship, a privilege. He's been winning championships and setting records since he came into the sport. Today, he can add to that Elliott legacy by winning a consecutive Cup championship. Denny Hamlin has done everything in his sport except win a championship.
Hope he never does, because anyhow, he'll never be Mark Martin as a person, let alone a driver.
Michael Jordan. He's recently said he lives and thrives in chaos.
Like Casey Atwood.
Moment may have been too big for him, but an older, more experienced Denny Hamlin, he says he's ready for it today. If he gets it done, it puts an exclamation point on his already Hall of Fame worthy career.
More like the douchey Hall of Fame career.
From Miami, New Jersey, had a slow start to his Cup Series career with only 4 wins.
Or
in
DEI,
10
yeah.
seasons. But everything seemed to change around 2016 when his perspective both on and off the track as he supported his longtime girlfriend and cancer survivor Sherry Pollux with her battle. Truex would go on to win 27 races in the last 6 seasons, including the 2017 championship. Today he has a chance to join an elite list of drivers with multiple championships and an even smaller list to win with different crew chiefs and different organizations.
And we know this sport isn't just about the drivers. It is a team sport. So let's talk a little bit about the guys who will help them out on pit road. Marty.
Rick, we always talk about the guys and the gals here at the racetrack. Well, how about everybody back at the shop? In the case of Hendrick Motorsports, that is 600 employees, a lot of them who are watching at a watch party today. But I want to introduce you to Brad Eichenlob. Brad is the only crew member left who won all 7 championships with Jimmy Johnson. There you see all those trophies. And stands to win an 8th championship today with Kyle Larson. Brad told me, I'm going to be nervous, I'm going to be at home, and I'm going to be pacing, but I'm going to watch every lap of this race. He's in charge of the setup plate, a very important job. Kyle Larson trying to win one for all 600 employees at Hendrick, Kelly.
Well, the whole team for Chase Elliott has been phenomenal, including the pit crew. But I want to highlight Tom Gray. He is the lead engineer on this number 9 team. He comes from Indianapolis, grew up right by Indianapolis Motor Speedway, comes from a racing family. In fact, his grandfather owned Mario Andretti's sprint car. He and crew chief Alan Gustafson have worked together more than 10 years. They joked they've lasted longer than most marriages. And the key to their success, they said, look, we respect each other. We argue and debate all the time, but because of that...
Okay, is everybody ready for the Checker Auto Parts 500? Austin Dillon's 300 Winston Cup start. The last race possibly for Ryan Newman. Last race for Ganassi. Sadly, the last. Well, hang on. 300 Winston Cup start for Austin. Sadly, the last race for Chip Ganassi. Sadly, possibly the last career NASCAR race, let alone Winston Cup race for Newman. Thankfully, last race for slow ass Quinn Houff and bum ass Derek Cope and Starcom.
If they win a second championship tonight, they will doubly make up for the celebration they couldn't have last night.
Of course, another driver going for a second championship would be Martin Truex Jr., but I want to give a shout out to his crew chief, James Small, who's in just his 2nd season as a crew chief, and his accession to this point has literally taken him from the other side of the world. He was born and raised in Melbourne, Australia, by a family very involved in motorsport through the Australian Supercar Series. He started as a driver, but eventually a lack of funds would force him into an engineering role, where in 2013 he achieved his dream of winning Australia's biggest motor race, the Bathurst 1000. But from that day onward, he said he wanted to go to become a NASCAR crew chief and win at the highest levels. Well, guess what? Today, he has a chance to win NASCAR's biggest prize, guys.
Pretty cool as we see the drivers working their way around the track now. They've been down pit road to check pit road speed. Steve, let's break down this race.
Well, the big stars are behind the wheel, but this racetrack is a star as well. Phoenix, 1 mile, and very oddly shaped as you see it. It has a funny-looking front straightaway, 8 to 9 degrees of banking down to turns 1 and 2. As you come to the other end of the racetrack, 10 to 11 degrees, a little bit more banking, a little bit sharper corner, and the dogleg, very important. It's just past the start-finish line. We're going to see drivers shortcut that, go straight across the flat all day long. The race itself, 312 laps, 75 laps in stage 1, 115 laps stage 2. That final stage, the longest at 122 laps.
And how competitive are these guys already? Before the green flag, they're just tied on pit road. Hey, man, what are you doing?
Well, now the nerves can go away. They're in the
Here we go, guys.
They're getting ready to take on this racetrack for 312 laps to determine a champion in the Cup Series. Side by side in the front row. Kyle Larson on the outside.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. See ya in February, boys.
Chase Elliott using that bottom line. Pulls right back up to the inside of the 5.
The racetrack, they way up the track back there. Battling for 5th. The track gets really dirty out
here in the desert, Sands Low.
Oh, it's Grill Bomber. Hey, Grill Bomber. I didn't know you had your YouTube channel. Hot damn. But I see it's in Break the Gun in Half's name. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to put the phone down. We're all set like Jimmy Johnson.
12-24, fighting for that third spot.
Right now, everybody's being really conservative with
Yeah.
how deep they get.
I'll be out tomorrow if you know, before the big leap. So therefore, it's going to be 65 degrees. I'll be out tomorrow after work if you want to hang out again.
See that upper groove right along Denny Hamlin, this Coca-Cola can, that black section up on the high part of the racetrack. That's a resin material they put on the racetrack to try to give it a little more grip. See right there, Denny Hamlin getting his right size. Now his
Okay,
left
what's
side.
up, chat?
Trying to see if it makes his car drive just a little bit better.
Created a great run for him down here, down the back straightaway. Looks to the inside of the 24. Now the 24 will be up in the resin. Denny runs the bottom. Right off the edge of your screen, you see what
And the Brett Bodine imposter just was working on the 24.
Steve, last night we saw the bottom work really, really well over in 3 and 4, but in this end of the racetrack, it seemed like the top is the preferred lane.
Yeah, no, I agree. And this is a storyline that I
Live tweeting the race, live blogging it on Instagram, not live blogging it on Facebook, live broadcasting it on Instagram. It's probably going to be in an obnoxious manner like usual.
See right here, William Byron, there's no concession. He's not giving this spot for Denny Hamlin.
Nope.
He has 2 teammates racing for a championship. And
He's probably going to help him out because team orders are usually a part of sports anyway.
Rick Hendrick, just as well as anybody, Steve, he expects this out of that 24 bunch when it comes to racing the competitors for the championship.
Already, Brian Blaney challenging for the second spot with Kyle Larson.
Blaney's had great speed in practice, not surprised at all.
I get so confused about how they run Phoenix these days. I keep thinking, what is now? Turns what? Oh no, the Boomers! Ooh, the Boomers are gonna have a field day. The Boomers are gonna have a good day. Oh no! Oh no! He can't get that going. He can't get that going. Oh, Corey LaJoy got his ass.
There's 32 years of friendship in my family.
I'm gonna have a feast.
Just tell me how to fight.
Kill. Be killed. Yes, apparently it's mine. We get it.
Well, that didn't take long.
We'll make a statement on football's biggest stage. Titans, Rams, Sunday Night Football on NBC and Peacock.
It's actually happening.
Man, the Boomers. That's what I immediately started thinking about. The Boomers. I think I met that guy on the left 2 years ago at the IX before COVID and before COVID caused this eventual shutdown. And Austin was right in front of that too. Hang on, guys. Okay, we're good. We're good.
If a healthcare provider told you that the tragedy that befell your family could not have been avoided,
I can't wait to see Facebook comments later today about how stupid the Boomers are.
and I'll make them pay.
3 News Kim Donovan and Browns beat reporter Mary.
The comments on Facebook are going to be wild, in.
Catch the party after. Sponsored by Union Home Mortgage. Promise is kept.
And the guy didn't even get to break up a sweat.
Download the official app of NASCAR. Follow the action with free live score. There's in-car cameras and radio broadcasts. Search NASCAR in your app store to download. Start a free trial today. Underway with NASCAR Cup Series Championship race from Phoenix Raceway. This telecast presented by USAA. And take a look at why the caution came out.
Battle for 21st. See Bubba Wallace on the outside. Corey LaJoie goes underneath him and then just gets up the racetrack.
They're going to act like Bubba did that to himself. No, it was just a racing incident, people. Oh, it gives me flashbacks of Hutch Strickland in the 2002 Sharpie 500 in number 23 car when he was a Bill Davis car.
Who was in second spot, I believe, or had the lead, I should say. Kyle Larson coming to pit road. I just checked in with Cliff Daniels. I said, why pit there? Which is the same question Kyle Larson had. And he said, listen, if it goes for a long run here, we're going to be in a better position. But Larson giving up all that track position, Steve, now we'll restart 34th, just a few laps into the race.
Yeah, he was running in the second position, and I'm baffled by this decision. Cliff Daniels won 9 races, so I know we must have a plan as we ride on here, the HendrickCars.com camera. But second to 34th, after we just saw a stack up getting into turn 3 that sent a car into the wall, 6 laps on my tires. I don't like this call by Cliff Daniels. Maybe he thought back half of the field would come. I've been in this position, but either way, Kyle Larson and this 5 team going to have to be very careful on this restart.
The other thing you're scratching your head is that the first stage is only 75 laps. They've got enough fuel to go the whole stage.
Yeah, it's not a fuel conversation. The only thing I can conceive is that he thought 20th on back might come to make adjustments. Even with practice, hey, well, they're going to work on their cars, but he is going to be in the hornet's nest. We think 3, 4, 5.
I hate this keyboard. Come on.
I can't imagine what it's going to be like in the 30s.
But I don't actually have a lot of concern about his chances the rest of the day because we know Chase Elliott had to start from the back of the field last year, won the championship. So if I'm his crew chief or spotter, I'd remind him about that scenario. It's, hey, man, we're still in this. Same attitude going forward.
Official pace truck for the Cup Series Championship race, the 2022 Toyota Tundra TRD Pro coming to pit road now, and that puts the field back into the hands of Chase Elliott leading this one. And William Byron is going to restart on the inside. Ryan Blaney chose the outside line. They have a choose rule, so they were able to choose either inside or outside, and Blaney decided to start on that outside line.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Chase take the lead from the inside, but the outside was the most successful last night. I think the leader will continue to take it.
Look at him fan out. 4, 5 wide as they go through the dog leg and into turn 1.
24 falls in line there, third. Denny Hamlin dives to the bottom to try to take away that position from Byron and get into third place as well. He does that, clearing the 24 off turn 2.
Here comes the 4 of Kevin Harvick. Got to keep our eye on Kevin. So good at this racetrack. 9 wins in his career here, and now moving up, fighting for the 4th spot.
And he had pace in practice. So that car can absolutely have a great run today. They struggled all year long trying to find top 10 pace.
On the bottom of the screen, you see the 5 of Kyle Larson.
Man, I don't understand that pit call by Larson, honestly.
You wonder if the car's on the 50 space, currently 23rd, continues to look for.
Brings joy in the 7. He was the one that showing this pleasure earlier.
We mentioned Kyle Larson kind of questioned that call from Cliff Daniels after it all happened. Here's a radio conversation. So what Cliff Daniels said after that was coming down pit road once Kyle Larson kind of questioned why did he do that?
Oh, we are wrecked! Where? It's not us. Ooh! Ooh!
Stenhouse would pull away. We were out on board the Marcy car. There's LaJoie. I think Corey had it saved and then just let off the brakes.
Oh, we're crashing it. Look, it's going to be one of those Phoenix races, isn't it? Oh, they're going to be a fight in the garage. Trading blows.
47 looks clean as he drives away.
He's clean as a whistle.
Donut on the left side, they might have to clearance that tire. Oh, this car's got quite a bit of damage. Let's see a replay. They're side by side.
Look at McDowell down there on the inside. Could affect the way LaJoy goes into the corner. He gives McDowell a little bit of room. I don't know that the 47 of Stenhouse knew they were going to be 3 wide.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. I think Stenhouse believes that the 7 car is the only car below him. So knowing the 7's going to turn left, he starts turning left. But, of course, 47 car couldn't because there was a car there.
Man, they both spin. They're in the wall.
Kyle Larson had just gone through like the lap before that group of cars. So that's the concern when you lose that track position. It's to Dale's point. It's a major concern for his championship hopes. As far as getting back to the front, it's more of a concern getting caught up in somebody else's mess, Marty.
And Steve, just to follow up on that, Cliff Daniels said, I think we're going to win the stage with these little bit of fresher tires. So this caution coming out at an interesting time, Steve. You got to wonder if this is going to sort of split the championship for maybe some come here. But Cliff Daniels firmly believes those extra laps, or not extra laps on the tires, I should say, for Kyle Larson, are going to be an advantage by the end of this stage.
Pressure tires, even 5, 6, 7 laps, pressure tires, better for it?
Well, this is not the normal setup we see, right? Low downforce, a lot of power. That means not a lot of grip.
All right, race fans, you could win a Busch Pit Boss grill today. Follow @BuschBeer on Twitter and tweet #sweeps when Kevin Harvick pits for a chance to win. You heard it in pre-race talking about giving away one of those Pit Boss grills every time he comes to pit road. Well, the first one's happening now.
Oh, people are pitting. Oh, there's a bunch of confused. Austin stayed out. Some people stayed out.
So for Denny Hamlin, he said, we definitely don't have the same security we had going into 3, but we have better security going into 1, like we talked about. So you can tell that's something they adjusted to start this race.
Okay, see this guy right here? That's Diecast Buffet. Everybody go subscribe to his channel. I'll put the link in the description. Probably one of my favorite NASCAR YouTubers, let alone one of my favorite YouTubers in general. Okay, let's post this on Instagram, and I'll be back to you guys.
Cycle through. Kyle Larson's going to be 5th. So the early call gets him up to the top 5.
USAA is made for the safe pilots. For Mac, who can come to a stop with barely a bottle. Lucia, who announces her intentions even if no one's there. And Sergeant Moore, who leaves room for her room. With USAA Safe Pilot, when you drive safe, you can save up to 30% on your auto insurance. Get a quote and start saving. USAA, put your mate up.
Right on cue.
I need to try it first. Theo is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon. So now he's
that call by Larson was a good call.
Thoughtful, Theo. And he's got a gift for everyone. So thoughtful.
Welcome to the J500, folks. We have a
Man, I didn't even realize.
today. Starting in row number 1 with Wings. A real contender coming in with a lot of heat, Bob. Next is Sushi, who's been on a bit of a roll of late. And finally, we have Cheeseburger, a rare choice for Jenny. All right, let's see what Jenny is going to order. Wow, tacos with the upset. No matter what you're craving, order from DoorDash and get it delivered right to your door. DoorDash, get more to your door.
It's time to get holiday ready with Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks. Or with Ford Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. And come home in a Ford Bronco Sport. That's how you get holiday ready. Get a Ford F-150 with 0 for 60 and 500 retail bonus cash. Plus
Ignore the
fire
boom.
insurance when you sign up for Ford Pass Rewards. See your Ford dealer today.
Didn't even realize.
Guys, cook and buckle up. You're watching NASCAR.
The Brett Bodine imposter.
you could be headed on a VIP trip to the 2022 Daytona 500. You visit NASCAR.com/Daytona 500 to enter champion for your chance to win. For Daytona 500 championship, since he is a three-time winner already of that race. Pretty impressive.
On the left-hand side, as we ride on board, Danny, take a look at kind of the different pit strategies. Blaine, Kozlowski, Chastain, really. Yeah, I think up at pit road. Then we have that group of cars.
Boston's got a pit later.
Yellow, and then from Elliott on back, cars that were just off pit road. So we heard Cliff Daniels talk about how he thought fresher tires would help. I'll be honest, I'm not sure what they're worth, but we're getting ready to find out because Chase Elliott's starting 9th has the freshest tires.
Yes, he did.
He'll be on the outside of row 1, and his teammate Brad Keselowski will be on the inside.
All right, back to green. I know that top 5 ain't going to last long.
That allowed him to get alongside. So we got Larson Dillon. And now, look how low he is on the racetrack.
Look at that 5 car.
To easily clear up in the 4th.
They did a good job of 4 wide back there. Then down to 3 wide, going into turn 3. 9 into 4. Really tight back there.
Blaney out in front. And we're seeing the 9 of Chase Elliott take that same path way down the racetrack. Almost the 4. Maybe a smart move by the driver of the 9.
There's just nice 4 cars right there. Matt. Moves up into the 6th position.
So Blaney's up front, and Keselowski and Ross Chastain running in the 2nd and 3rd positions. Ross Chastain will move over.
Man, I know we have to pit, but man, that feels good to see Austin in the top 5.
As we start to get through this traffic is the 11. See back there at the top of your screen. Right there, not making the advances that his counterparts trying to win this championship are making. He's had a little tougher.
I know we have to pit.
Trying to get the right line.
He got boxed in behind the 37 car, Ryan Preece, and just could not get away from him.
Hamlin currently scored 13. Running that higher line now, taking advantage of the resin on the racetrack. This time he's all the way down on the yellow line, Dave.
Rick, that's what I was just going to point out. He restarted inside row 7, so he's kind of back in the mix there. But then we saw him move up into the resin. That was one thing that Chris Gabart told me. The crew chief, no, it's not a concern. We didn't have a lot of practice time there up in the resin, so we're not really sure that line right there, how much grip it has. And now you can see him trying it to see if it's part of his way forward.
Right here, Chase Elliott. Those new tires. Making the fight to Kyle Larson. Really low down this front straightaway dog there the last lap. I mean, really low.
I think he gets the record. Oh, big wiggle out of the
Oh, I thought they were crashing. Oh, Jarv Lube, you're back. Okay, hello there, man. This is the last NASCAR live stream for the year. So maybe for the Daytona 500, 5 days after my birthday, I'll go live again. But the next Spurs live stream will be December 26th and December 29th. That's a month away from now.
Chase Elliott just crossed over it just that little bit, and you saw him lose control.
And these tires are hot and they are sticky like duct tape. And they pick up the grease.
There's no sound. Oh, yes, there is. I have the sound on. Hang on. Okay. How about now? There, yeah, the sound is working just fine.
Chase tries to find a way around this fight. He's got more pace. I'm really liking what I'm seeing out of the 9 car. I think Allen and Street Chief would have to be happy with what the car looks like right now at the first part of this race.
I'm liking what I'm seeing out of that 5 car. I mean, he's on older tires, and yes, Chase Elliott is a little bit faster, but being able to fend off Chase Elliott with those older tires, Kelly, is pretty impressive.
Yeah, and that big moment for Chase Elliott a few laps ago, he's been quiet on the radio. I asked his crew chief Alan Gustafson to kind of size them up in their race car compared to the others in the championship 4. He said he feels like this 9 car is good on both the short run and the long run. He said we're not quite as quick on a short run as the 5, but much better on a long run.
Hang on, let me check.
He also said to watch out for that 19 of Martin Truex. will come when they get a long green flag run, Marty.
Kelly, watching this, I can't help but think what is Rick Hendrick thinking right now as his cars are racing this close, this early. Shows you
Oh, he's got to be a nervous wreck. I can tell you that right now.
after all of the talk of the pit strategy early on. So, Steve, my question to you is, Cliff Daniels has clearly laid down his cards on the poker table already. He has shown everyone he's going to be aggressive today with his pit call. So, if you're another championship 4 crew chief, how does that make you think about the rest of the race and the way Cliff may call it?
Well, the sound's working fine to me.
That's what the rules say. I don't have to win the race. I have to beat the other 3.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Hell yeah.
Brian Blaney is the aggressor of everyone. He's yet to even come to pit road and leads this race by a second and a half. So if I'm one of these crew chiefs, I know aggression seems like it should pay off, but not even pitting is working for the 12 cars. We have to ask ourselves, what are tires even worth?
What's right, Joe?
I just think the 12 car had so much pace in practice.
Oh, I know it is. I had to check to make sure there was no restriction. Maybe his sound's not working. Maybe his, but he's a good guy. He was actually pretty damn good in the Craftsman Truck Series Spurs Magic live stream Friday night. He's a good guy, so you don't have to worry. He's all right. Maybe he was just having his own sound difficulties. Who knows?
Chase Elliott and Kevin Harvick. I think Chase wants it to go away. Chase thinks it's over. We don't know really where.
Maybe it's just his sound. Who knows? But anyway, because it was working fine for him on Friday night.
Racetrack that we noted he was very good at. See right there. This was Bristol.
Oh, how was that Matty Hudek's party that night? Oh, yeah, I'll never forget that. And why do they gotta show this at a time like this? And then this. I was watching this one though. I watched this whole thing. I thought he was gonna dump him under caution, is what I thought he was trying to do there. But I thought he was gonna pay him back right there. Can't see where Kyle's at. Which Kyle? Bush or Larson? Get a bigger TV. I don't have that kind of money, Dark Knight. I'm sorry. I don't have that kind of money to buy a bigger TV. This was the best we could do when I moved in this house in 2015.
You can lose it right now. You can lose a race right now. You can't win it. So
I don't have that kind of money to get a bigger TV.
smartly said, okay, now's not the time to fight. I'm going to let you go, and we're going to go and live to fight another day.
Kevin Harvick came to pit road, also on lap 17.
Okay, yeah. I rather him. I used to hate him back in the day, but when it was CGR, but he's okay with me now. And I'd rather see him win than that Brett Bodine imposter we call Dennis. Yeah, I'm over here. I'm also like sharing some updates on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook as well of the race.
We get out, fired up, hook big ones. We get out and rip it. We track them down. So crack a Mountain Dew. Get out and do.
You don't become the official partner of MLB and NASCAR if you aren't the strongest and the fastest. Blue Emu's unique formula with emu oil offers relief when you're training to win. Blue Emu Super Strength. It works fast and you won't stink. Official partner of MLB and NASCAR.
Okay, can they stop using this Addams Family commercial? It's actually because Halloween's over.
So, when do you all go home? Never. We're here for you 24/7. How terrifying.
Protection's so good, it's scary. And now playing.
After the last lap at Phoenix, race fans are always hungry for more. Never fear, there's a racing series featuring 200 miles per hour top speeds, 24-hour races through the dark of night, all-out runs in the rain, and surprises. Those left and right, the biggest names in motorsports, all battling for survival. Sports pushing the limits of what you believe is possible. This is IMSA. The green flag drops in Atlanta
I don't know.
November 13th.
aerial coverage brought to you by Geico. This beautiful facility here in Avondale, Arizona. And for the lead, here comes Harvick.
Oh no! So Kemper.
41 laps in. Kevin Harvick just about to clear the 12. Now having to deal with the lap traffic.
It looks like a 19 and 5. Really close to making
Probably,
contact.
yeah,
Down the
go
back
ahead.
straightaway. Take that position away.
He's really impressive, guys.
I'm more impressed with Harvick because we know that the car's not been that great all year long. But man, when he goes to Phoenix, he's fast. It just he knows this place. He knows something about this place that makes him so good here. It's interesting that drivers are really good at certain tracks, specific tracks. Every time they go there, no matter what car they have, this is a track where Harvick is going to compete, partner.
Right now, the one of the reference we were talking about there, the 19 and Martin Truex making that pass in a 5 as we get later in this run. A lot of people expected after practice that 19.
I mean, Halloween is like a week ago. It was long gone. Can the Progressive please ditch that annoying ass Adam Family commercial? Yeah, when we got the donuts last night, they were still Krispy Kreme was still using Halloween boxes. Like, I mean, the people are getting ready for Christmas too early, and yet they're still celebrating Halloween way too late. People are dumb. That's all I can say.
Look at Blaney. Blaney has 17 more laps on his tires.
People are dumb. That's all I can say. That's all I can say at this point. They're dumb. Not anybody in specific, but just people in specifically, but just people in general.
It was Blaney holding everybody up, and it's just collapsing the field. Now you're going to have this 5-way battle for the lead.
It's 5 cars under a blanket, it seems like. Once, yeah, but it's about to be. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, now it's 4, about to be 5. Who's all here in the chat? Let's take a look. Kathy Martin is still here.
They keep changing their lives, and now the 9 and 19 have closed the gap.
They're closing the gap.
Real fast speed out of that 19 car. Truex is going to try to get around the 9 as quick as he can. He's right on his bumper going into turn 3. Shoots to the outside here. Will he have the momentum on corner exit? He's going to get to the throttle sooner. Have a run here. Dive to the inside.
This puts Chase in that outside lane, and the outside lane has been really good over at 3 and 4. So he's hoping to be able to throttle up and get alongside Truex, but he's not going to be able to do it.
Wow. Power move by Truex to be able to roll that bottom interload and make the pass.
There goes Harvick, looking once again to the inside of Blaney for the lead. Now he's got pressure behind him with the 19 of Martin Truex Jr.
So now Chase Elliott's watching this 19 car, trying to study where he's better, so he can give that information to his crew chief about, hey, my car doesn't do this. You really didn't know that until
Oh, here comes the lap cars.
to see that 19 car do things better. We got an awesome battle here for the lead. A great battle between Harvick. He tries to work around the 12.
Now he's got good momentum. Now he's going to have to drive this car deeper in the car than he wants to and just slide up in front of Ryan Blaney right here. Harvick loves the bottom at Phoenix. Loves that yellow line in 3 and 4.
He's clear. He's going to give him the lane on the outside. He takes that position. Here comes the 19. I really appreciate, though, Blaney not laid over, racing hard. These non-playoff guys, they want to come out here and compete with their fast cars. They got race-winning cars. They want to accomplish that. Blaney back on the outside. Using that lap traffic.
You see, Blaney has forward momentum now going into the corner, right? So that forward momentum as you approach the corner is so important. That allows Blaney to get in the lane that he wants to and build momentum. Truex now hoping to run that outside. Harvick knows.
Man, today feels more like a championship race than it did last year, considering that, one, it was the first year Phoenix was a season finale, not Homestead, and 2, it was the same day Alex Trebek died, which the 1 year anniversary is tomorrow. So, I don't think he would want me to think about that or be sad. I mean, we have to find a way to be happy tomorrow, even though it's going to be 365 days since we lost him.
Once again, Kevin Harvick looking at the inside of Martin.
Parsons rebounded somewhat to close in on.
Like, at least this year we can actually focus on the race more than just thinking about Alex Trebek.
I'm wondering if these playoff contenders, the championship contenders, thought that they would come into this race on that 51 and be having this kind of battle. This is a
Oh my God! 5 cars under a blanket for the lead.
Make no mistake, it's these cars that are involved that are not playoff drivers. So look at the manufacturer. They're Fords. We got no Fords battling.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, it is.
They got no teammates. They can race up in here. They got to take care of nobody but themselves. They can go out there and try to win. Parker.
Guys, what a statement by Martin Truex Jr. and that 19 team after qualifying the lower to the championship contender. He felt a lot of people maybe were counting them out and saying they didn't have the raw speed. We didn't see it in practice. When you talk to the other teams, they weren't worried about this 19 in sort of short runs, but said if there was a long run, they would come to front. I don't think they expected to be this early on, though, to show their
Man, 5 cars under a blanket for the lead. This is incredible. Who says Phoenix International Raceway is boring? I know the Subway Fresh Fit 500 way this year was an exception, but this Checker Auto Parts 500 is incredible.
in the win column this year. He wants to keep the streak alive of winning races. That's what motivates Harvick at one of his best racetracks, Dave.
Eddie Hamlin is not far behind this group in 6th place. And crew chief Chris Cabart watched him race in that position from 14th. Gabehart told me this morning when Denny is on his game, his best asset is risk management. Gabehart has what he calls green races where they do everything right. He asked Denny to improve his part of those races, do it even better. And if he manages the risk right, he can make his way through the chaos into the front.
Chaos like Casey Atwood.
All running inside the top 6.
We heard Jeff Burton mention it. Cutting the dog leg, how far are you willing to go with Chase Elliott?
Oh, there's that slow ass Quinn Howe. Bum ass Derek Open Starcom.
What's wrong side is people like options.
Of course, they go to commercial as it starts getting good. Well, of course they do. Because why wouldn't they?
It's a barbecue pizza stack. Endless flavors to stack.
Oh, NASCAR Thunder 2003. Close your eyes, girl. Look inside, girl. Let us don't take you away.
Driver Eric Jones races the legendary Richard Petty number 43 car to drive down the cost of healthcare for the benefit of hardworking Americans overcharged by hospitals who hide their prices. It's now the law. Hospitals must post all prices up front. We invite you to get behind the wheel. Demand hospital prices. It's our health. It's our money to save. Power to the patients.
Say hello to a new Monday.
This is huge, and now it's official.
Legends. And superstars.
This is my show.
3 hours of non-stop action.
Monday nights continue to get.
Man, this is Douglas Ivy on Twitter because he has a YouTube channel too. He has a couple YouTube channels. He said on Twitter, "This race is over." Oh, please don't say that. It's just getting started.
Taking over your television with a classic Coming of Rage story. Check out new episodes
And-
here in the desert. Kevin Harvick moving on to second right now, but he's a second and a half behind Martin Truex Jr. And the championship 4 all running in the top 5 now. The only one not a part of the championship 4 is Harvick in second. But we knew that this was going to be the way the race was going to play out. They have always been the best when it comes to this final race. And Truex Jr. right now leading the field. Let's listen in on his radio.
This race is just getting started. Let's go.
Great feedback by the driver to the crew chief. Very calm, very confident. I like that he gave not only the balance, but it says a little greasy. I think that overall grip of the racetrack he feels a little lower than maybe it was in practice. So it seems like the 19, at least early in the race, confident in his race car. Let's listen into the 9 of Chase Elliott.
Yeah, so okay, a little bit more slick with the back. I would say it's 3 that runs at the opening.
Another driver, great information, right? A little slip with the back. So not really saying it's turning better, not that the front's working better, the car's tracking the corner, but actually maybe lost a little bit of rear grip. So the balance might have shifted that way, but it sounds like it's not in a good way, right? Lost rear grip. Right behind the 9 of Chase Elliott is his teammate, the 5 of Kyle Larson. Let's listen to his radio.
Yeah, I know. I get where he's coming from. When Truex is up front 95 to 99% of the time, it's over. Generally speaking, that's true. But at the same time, anything can happen, especially in a championship race like this, whether it's at Phoenix or at Homestead. Or, before I started watching NASCAR, when back in the late 90s of the year 2000, Atlanta. When Dayton won the NASCAR 500 over Dale Sr., what turned out to be Dale Sr.'s last full race that he completed. He never completed the final lap at Daytona to start the next season, as we all know, which was my first race I watched. But, I didn't finish that. That was my first race 3 days after my 7th birthday. We came up here to Ohio from Michigan. We lived down Lenore to visit family for my birthday that year. And I didn't finish it. I stopped at Tony's Rack when they red flagged that. And so we didn't really hear it. We just drove back home to Michigan that night, the rest of the race. And we didn't find out about it until the next day because YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, none of that shit existed in 2001. Even if it did, I would have been too young to have a phone, let alone have social media, period.
I think that's a good sign if you're a crew chief. The driver's lines in the game, not distracted.
Early in this race, 8 laps still to go in stage 1.
9 laps to go, about to be 8 to go in stage 1, that is, not the race when we come by.
Mark Truex Jr., who is leading the championship 4, has a 2.2 second lead over Kevin Harvick, who's running second right now.
I've been really impressed with this 11 car. We watched and talked about how he was struggling to get through the traffic on that restart, the last restart, and it cost him a lot of time. He's able to float that. I don't think he's ran as hard as he possibly can, and he's drove right back up to these guys, trying to work around this 5 car. Not going to be easy. Looks like he's going to clear him right here. I don't think we see.
Yep, there's the Brett Bodine imposter.
Both the Gibbs cars have come today with some great long run speed.
This one, 48 laps that are currently on as far as the long run, as we see the 5 slide back just a bit. And Denny Hamlin easily clearing him. Hamlin up to 4th now.
And Chase Elliott, just ahead of these guys, continues to chop the entry or chop the front straightaway dog leg. And this is long after.
What if somebody ends up hitting that wall on the inside on a late race restart? Someone's going to end up hitting that wall if they're not careful.
He's got to go get it. If there's a half a tenth or a tenth out there, he's not doing it every single lap.
That end of that wall is painted red. Let's do it. It's amazing, Kelly.
It's a brand new race car for Chase Elliott that Alan Gustafson brought here. He said there was really no downside to doing it with that 1 hour practice that they got. You just don't have any wear and tear of the race car you've already used. But the interesting thing to note, he says it's the last Hendrick chassis ever, as far as they know. With the changes coming next year, they won't be building them in-house. So this is chassis number 1278 from Hendrick, and quite possibly the last.
Hill Jr. point. We may not have seen everything out of the 11 car yet, but we're seeing what he told us we would see in Countdown to Green today. That is a car that runs through the run and runs well at the end of the run. 51 laps into this run, guys, and the is coming.
We talk about non-playoff guys. Here's a great battle as Blaney's starting to slide back through this top 10. We know Byron has had a great year, but look at Cole Custer. Had great speed in practice. He's ran great all day today. He's faster than both these guys trying to run around the bottom there, making that pass a little difficult, having to use the bottom of the racetrack. But it's organization. The whole organization has struggled this year, and it's really hurt everyone that drives for them, including Cole Custer. But today, it looks like that he has a really exceptional race car. Wow, Byron really using up a lot of racetrack there.
Using it up like Jeff Green. Use it like Jeff Green.
I'm just going to have to do what I got to do. And he just ran.
Where did Austin even go? Oh, yeah, he's a lap down. I'm not surprised. I wasn't expecting much from him in his 300 start anyway.
Ryan Blaney on the oldest tire still up here in the top 10. He's currently running in the 8th position.
See right here, William Byron just runs way up the racetrack. Kind of just puts Blaney in a spot he doesn't want to be in.
Coming up on one to go now for Martin Truex Jr. for the end of stage.
MTJ.
Yeah, pretty fascinating there. The 48 car. Alex Bowman won last week at Martinsville. Here he is in a final lap. Close to being lapped.
Could potentially be lapped as they go down the backstretch for the final time, but Bowman trying to stay in front of and stay on the lead lap. As Martin Truex Jr. is going to throw the first win at the other championship for drivers. He
The
wins.
points don't matter when it comes to, like I mentioned last. Oh, hold on, guys.
Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, 3rd, 4th, Kyle Larson, 5th of the championship for drivers. Again, no points for the championship for.
I was just going to say that.
And that's the goal. Hey, there was Roderick Townsend. Throw the green flag a little bit earlier. The battle is underway. Here in the desert, Martin Truex Jr. wins the first one, stage 1.
Okay, the reason why they don't get stage points, at least the championship board doesn't, and when they win, even if they win a stage, because it wouldn't be fair. So if they're like, for example, if they gave Truex stage points, then that would mean they would have to give Chase, Larson, and Brett Bodine imposter stage points. I mentioned this yesterday, and I mentioned it the day before in the Busch Craftsman truck race. Just to keep it fair, because then that means they would clinch the championship like it's the Winston Cup for them. You know what I'm saying?
At Fredmart Superstore, fall in the savings. Shop online and get your trade value instantly. Plus, trade with us and get $1,000 trade-in bonus cash. Drive the all-new 7-passenger Jeep Grand Cherokee L with 110 safety features and 3rd-row seating.
The Titans are rolling through the AFC. The Rams are flying in the NFC. Who will make a statement on football's biggest stage? Titans, Rams. Sunday Night Football on NBC and Peacock.
It's actually happening. I like so much.
I'm Matt Collick, and I'm Coach Jared Embick. For the past 8 years, Coach Embick has led the Zips men's soccer team to the highest winning percentage in the nation. That includes 11 conference tournament titles, 12 trips to the NCAA tournament, and 3 appearances in the College Cup final. We're so excited to see the team battle for their second NCAA championship this fall.
Check out GoZips.com to learn more.
Go Zips!
At Fred Martin Superstore, yes, we have inventory. Plus, carriers arrive daily loaded with Jeeps and Rams. Get 0% financing for 72 months. Make no payments till 2022. Drive a Ram 4x4 for $289. All trades welcome.
Quadruplets living in chaos. All new Dr. Phil.
NASCAR on NBC is brought to you by USAA. This Veterans Day, join us in celebrating those who serve. Credit One Bank, the official credit card of NASCAR. Visit GoCreditOne.com. Monster Energy, unleash the beast. And by Toyota. over 5,400 campsites on this 290-acre plot of land here that Phoenix Raceway sits on, and what a sight it has been all weekend long. The fans here are sold out, and the crowd excited to see this championship race, this championship day. They saw a great race last night. Equally as exciting as the start of this one, stage one. Smart Tricks Jr. has worked his way up front. The crew's getting ready to go to work. We talked about how this is a team sport, and positions could be won and lost on pit road. They're about to decide who has the best pit stop. Tricks Jr. will lead the entire field onto pit road. It's Harvick, Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson. Those guys are top 5 coming on to pit road now. Parker?
I reckon
people are pitting.
Gene Small asked him, what's one thing that car could do better? And all Martin replied with is, I'm pretty happy. It's just going to be 4 tires and very small adjustments with a 19 car, Dave.
Denny Hamlin, 31 championship contenders. A small chassis adjustment for a car that's a little free overall, tight in the short runs, Kelly.
There's a lot Chase Elliott likes about his race car. He says it's got great ability in it, but the rear end is a little bit out of the track. They're going to make a track bar adjustment for the new tires and fuel, Marty.
Kelly, there's a laundry list of things Kyle Larson wants his car to do better. Too loose on exit, too tight in the center. He said, I could never hit the bottom of 3 and 4 correctly. I'm so free. So Cliff Daniels taking a fairly big swing here. Air pressure adjustments all around.
Man, Larson took forever. But he still holds 6th position.
Loses a spot. The Jack made good recovery, but watch, he comes around the front of the car, and he's right here. Slips, falls on his knee. This could have been much worse.
I'm going to open up 2 beers. Okay. You tell me what sounds more refreshing. Gotcha. This one? Or this one? Bush. Definitely the one that went Bush. What beer is that? Are you being serious? Yes. It's Bush. Right.
We all have obstacles, challenges at different points in life.
Stage 1 in the Checker Auto Parts 500 at Phoenix Championship race is complete.
Release the pressure. No, so crazy. There's nothing like it.
All right, stage 1 of the Checker Auto Parts 500 Championship race at Phoenix is complete, and MTJ took it. Austin was in the top 5, top 10 for a little while for what is his 300th Winston Cup start, but I wasn't expecting much out of him today anyway. I mean, he's not in the championship fight, nor did he ever make the chase to begin with. He more likely isn't going to win, considering that he's already off the lead lap. But, I mean, I won't root for anybody else until his brother comes back next year with GMS on the number 94 car. So here we go. Here's another call to join my YouTube live stream watch party of the Checker Auto Parts 500 Mark Oliveira's Enterprises. This is my YouTube channel for those who want to subscribe and or join the live stream watch party. Link is in the bio, so be there.
There are currently 2 million American spouses and children whose family member was killed or disabled in defense of our country, which is why I founded the Folds of Honor, providing educational scholarships to the families of 1% of the Americans who protect our freedom.
Thank you for supporting the Folds of Honor.
Thank you for supporting the Folds of Honor. Please join our squadron today. Your $13 a month speaks volumes and changes lives forever.
NASCAR Cup Series Championship race from Phoenix Raceway, telecast presented by USAA. And Peacock streaming this race live. You see the Peacock paint scheme on the 77 of Justin Haley. Want to go to the Ruoff Mortgage Peacock pit box now and check in with the guys.
Hi, Brendel. We've seen 3 of the contenders lead the race so far, and all 4 of them ran
Calvetti.
That whole entire stage.
Does he think surprised you?
No, I don't think it surprised me is how aggressive they were with each other. I mean, these guys are racing each other really hard, not giving each other a lot of room. But no, they've separated themselves, and there's a reason for that. But it's going to be interesting as we continue to go throughout the day. Who can keep up with the track? We just saw Larson's team take a huge swing at some changes. What's that going to do to his race car?
Yeah, and they had others racing around them. That's why they're racing hard. It's because other drivers, including Kevin Harvick, up there racing them hard. Martin Truex wins the first stage. What that getting? Nothing. Gaining some respect with these others. You better go to work on your race car if you're going to beat me here today.
Yeah. It's great. Martin Truex is good. Everybody else has got to go after him.
Yeah.
I can Rudd. Where's Rudd at right now?
Kyle, I'm out here loving it on Rattlesnake Hill. You know, the fan experience is what takes this from a race to being an actual event. Because you can see down here, fans are able to bring their chairs, their party, everything they need here at the Toyota Turn 1 Terrace. These fans just show up. There's a tent, there's chairs. They get to take everything except the tent, including coolers, blankets, everything here. This is what makes this so special because look at the greatest view you get here. This is what makes it an event for these fans, and they are loving it out here, guys.
To take a trip up there.
What are you going to say? You were just there a little bit higher.
Last night.
Yeah, I mean, Rudd quit like 3 rows up. I was looking at all the way up to the top is where we went. But what a great view. Those fans, they actually have the best seat. I know the grandstands are great, but this is the view, and it's amazing.
Okay, so the 9 of Chase Elliott won the race off of pit road. Martin Truex Jr. looks as though he's going to start on the inside of row 1. Denny Hamlin will be on the outside of row 2. And Kevin Harvick will be on that inside line in row 2.
You mentioned Kevin Harvick. We also have Kurt Busch up here with all these championship contenders. Let's see how they race.
Okay, here we go. Restart time.
Field now approaching the Geico restart zone. We get ready for the start of stage 2.
All right, stage 2, green flag, green, green, green. Not the 9 and the 19 always gives me a flashback of Eric Evernham with Bill Elliott and Jeremy Mayfield.
Elliott able to clear the 19 of Truex Jr. Hamlin and Larson nose to tail, fighting for that 3rd spot. Kevin Harvick in there as well.
Larson going 3 wide in the middle. Harvick backed out, gaining room.
See a little bit of urgency there in the 5 car, making that type of move.
He drives like he knows his car is the best on new tires, Junior, right? Like he has to make time now. As the run goes, I feel like he gives up to the other cars.
1, 2, 3, 4 for the championship 4. This time led by Elliott.
Chase up here trying to hold off the 19.
Oh, Jason. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're welcome, buddy. You're welcome. I didn't know you were there. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to post all my stuff, and then I'll be back to you guys.
And he closes in down the back straightaway, but he gives up so much time entering into the center of the corner.
Okay.
Make a pass, but right here. And now he's going to throttle up and drive away. Trying to drive in on the outside and hold him tight. Couldn't finish the corner. Eventually, if Martin is able to make speed up there, the 9 will eventually take that line away.
Can this hurry up and post? Okay.
Everything's working on the bottom for Chase. I don't see him changing.
I'm going to check this for more updates, and then we'll be all set like Jimmy Johnson.
Hallie may be beating him. Right now, he doesn't need to change the things. He drives away from Truex.
Foreshadowing, you look towards the end of the race, you see the 4 drivers all on.
Okay, that's good. That's good, because some people bailed out, but I'm trying to get more. I promise.
Chase Elliott pulling away right now from the other 3.
Well, we're starting to have a little bit of a signature to each car's strengths and weaknesses. And now the challenge for a crew chief, as you see both Chase Elliott and Martin Truex Jr. going to work, is if you're James Small, you just drove.
Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay, the championship 4 is rated 1, 2, 3, 4 as of now. So it's a dogfight.
You hurt the long run. Now you've taken away a strength of your car. So that's kind of the debate some of these crew chiefs have to make now. When I say make adjustments, to make the car better on the short run, it usually needs to be a little tighter, balance-wise, maybe a little bit different air pressure. Those are the types of things that are going to cost you time at the end of the long run.
Chevrolet is fighting for position here between William Byron and one of Kurt Busch. Again, the 1 in 42 Chip Ganassi Racing. That organization goes away right after this race. Trackhouse Racing has purchased the charters, and so this will be the final race for Chip Ganassi Racing at the highest level of stock car racing.
Right behind them, Mark Blaze trying to recover from all the track position he lost when the old tires that he was out there on faded on him later in some curve before the caution. So being on the stage. So he's got a great race car, a lot of speed, but now having to work his way back toward through into the top 5. He's doing it with Kurt Busch on the outside. Kurt Busch, 43 years old. Good days he's ever been. Drive next year for Denny Hamlin and Mike Jordan. Kelly.
And I talked to Kurt before the race about the changes ahead, but first about what it's meant to race for Chip Ganassi. He said Chip's taught him a lot. He said he appreciates Chip's honesty, but he said there's a huge fun factor of racing for him. He said he almost would show up and wouldn't ask for a paycheck. He also appreciated the fraternity at Chip Ganassi Racing. He said he'd called to a meeting in Sebring and all the sports car guys and IndyCar guys would be there. So it was a great fraternity. As far as heading to 2311 Racing, he's looking forward to the newness and a fresh start as a veteran of the sport, Marty.
Kelly, what a terrific season it's been for Ryan Blaney, trying to make his way back up through the field. First time he's ever won multiple Cup Series races in a year, and certainly has established himself as a championship threat moving forward. Also, the final race for his crew chief, Todd Gordon, stepping down off the box after 20 plus years in this sport. Going to take some time to spend a little extra time with his family. Also going to work on maybe construction, building some houses, flipping some houses. So that's what Todd Gordon is retiring from racing to do, and said he just wanted that extra time. His girls are going off to college, so he said, I need that a couple of years before they finally leave the nest. So congratulations to Todd Gordon on a fantastic career, trying to get his driver in victory lane one more time this year.
And we saw the 21 of Mac Vendetta get by the 1 there just a moment ago, as we see Harvick racing very hard now, trying to break into the top 4 here.
Jim Harvick's been winless this year.
Let's keep it that way.
Last year had an incredible year. Every time you looked up, he was leading races. He was just unbelievable. It's just been such a struggle. He does not want to go winless.
I hope he does. Just on pure unfiltered spite. That one of the most darkest years of my entire life. Is chasing the lead? Yep. Yes, sir. All I can say is I just hope it's anyone but that imposter and Brett Bodine's number we call Dennis. Can't stand him. And I just hope Harvick, doesn't win the race alone. That way he can go winless for the first time since 2009, aka one of the darkest years of my entire life. I was 15 years old, and that 15th year didn't go so well. And it was the beginning was like late 2008. Basically, the whole 08-09 season was a dark time. Yeah, for me at least.
A lot of people think
Right. Well, it's like too many commercials, and yet NBC may be bad at commercials, but not as bad as Fox. Like, oh my God. Friday night when I was streaming that Craftsman Truck Series race, they were terrible. It's like 20 laps to go, and it was the championship race, so that Friday night was getting good, and like pro screen commercial. At least do side by side if anything. But might as well better do the full screen commercials now than like towards the end of the race when it starts when like the tension is high and you're if you have a dog in the fight, your stomach or your chest is in a knot. You know what I'm saying?
Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase your risk of thrush.
I'm actually going to take off my shoes now because the Spurs game hasn't started yet. That's not till 7 o'clock, so therefore I'm just going to take my shoes off and my sock just to get a little comfortable.
The best thing to order is when you are sitting at soccer practice, order it through your phone while you're sitting there, and then you go and pick it up.
But you're much more of a planner than me.
I am.
And that's what I love about you.
Yes.
I'm not that prepared. It's more seat in my pants.
And you could
try it first.
Go full throttle with Wi-Fi speed worth celebrating. Fast internet or faster everything in your internet. Well, we'll start with Kelly.
We'll start with Chase Elliott, who leads this race in pursuit of his second consecutive Cup championship. I asked him what the best part of being champion all season was, and he said, honestly, it was just knowing what we had accomplished. We had to walk away from this race last year, knowing that we were the one team that set out and accomplished everything we intended to for that season. He said it was a fantastic carry with it all year long, so they're trying to achieve that again and have the piece headed into 20.
Oh, what's so funny, Jason? What is it? Did there something I said? You know, Austin's 26th lap down. Not the way not the way we wanted to run our 300th career race.
On the short run, that's something James and I talked about this morning, and he told me, of course, obviously I can up the tire pressure, some of the adjustments we do. But one thing he talked about,
Okay, I can. I just don't want it too loud because I don't want my family bitching at me from upstairs. How's that? I just don't want it too loud to the point where my family can't hear the TVs upstairs. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Second oldest car in the 5 stable. Chris Daniels told me earlier this week, I wanted to bring something that I had history on. I had a notebook on a direction of where I needed to go with the car. The direction right now is they need to.
And honest to God, this year has felt more like a championship race than last year, considering, like, I think I said this earlier, but you weren't here when I said it. One, you know, it was the first year it wasn't at Homestead. Two, last year, this race, the day of this race last year, which tomorrow's the 1 year anniversary, Alex Trebek died, so I wasn't able to focus on the race last year because I just kept thinking about him. Because I used to love Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune growing up as a kid. And a teenager, too. Until Charlie O'Donnell had his own death 11 years ago. Yeah. At least somebody gets it. But this year we can focus more on the race because, you know, the anniversary of Trebek's death is not till tomorrow. But I'm not going to think about that tomorrow. It's going to be 65 degrees in my area. I'm going to go outside, have fun, you know, soak up the last stuff semi-warm, come inside, probably take a shower, cut my nails, and then watch The Big Leap, which you'll see a reaction video on that tomorrow night. And then Tuesday, since I don't have anything in the TV time slot, I'll catch up on Las Leyendas del Templo, Legends of the Hidden Temple, where Kirk Fogg is actually back to co-host with Cristela Alonso for more than one episode because there's 2 contestants from the original 90s Nick version, season 1 and 2 of that version each. That's going to be on tonight that I'm going to watch on Tuesday, and they'll see a reaction video then. So this YouTube channel is going to be ultra busy the next few days, tonight, tomorrow, and Tuesday. And maybe maybe I'll record a video tomorrow in the neighborhood, and then I'll post it, like, you know, after my Big Leap reaction video. But if I don't have time then, I'll just post it sometime Tuesday before the Las Leyendas del Templo stuff. Okay, so I discussed my YouTube plans. Let's get back to the race. How we doing?
Harvick has finally reeled him in. Runs a little bit different line, a little bit lower entry.
We're on lap 109 of 312 of the race, 34 of 115 of stage 2.
But getting so much into the middle, he's okay giving up a little bit there on that corner exit. Watch that lower entry right here. Even though they're both running the high side, he chops that entry, goes in lower, forces the car in there faster, and tries to maintain the gain on corner exit.
Junior, I feel like this resin traction compound that has been put on the racetrack to widen the groove out, I feel like that took some of Harvick's advantage away from this racetrack. He was so good when you had to run the bottom. You see right here is making the top work. But when everybody had to run the bottom, it seemed like he knew something. He had a feel that he was looking for. He's having to adapt to this type of racetrack to get back to that ability to just come dominate these races here.
And when we mentioned resin, you've heard traction compound, PJ1. This is a different chemical. This is a different application than PJ1. It's supposed to possibly have a little less grip, but be more consistent throughout the race. Not maybe give up as much not be so unpredictable on sticker tires. We had great success with this at other racetracks like Nashville Super Speedway. And it seems to be working well throughout this weekend for the Truck, Xfinity, and now the Cup race.
And the reason it gets put on the racetrack is to try to create multiple booth races. So that you don't just have to run around the bottom of the racetrack. So the drivers can move around, find different places, try to navigate around the guy in front of them. If you have a little bit faster car, just give the driver some options.
All race fans, you could win at Busch Pit Boss Grill today. Follow at Busch Beer on Twitter and tweet hashtag sweepstakes when Kevin Harvick pits, and you will have a chance to win. Kevin Harvick now in front of Larson. You mentioned Jeff, a different line, learning different things at 45 years old. One of the elder statesmen here in the Cup Series. He's learning new things, different things.
Whose radio is that? That's Truex.
We heard that yesterday in the Xfinity Series 2.
That's true.
Thanks for the race info. Who's leading? It's still Chase. It's still Chase. Chase is still leading. I was typing to someone on Twitter, which is why I didn't see your comment sooner.
Now under a second that last time by the start finish line.
But Truex is a coming. Truex is a coming.
When he puts his foot on the pedal, it's literally shaking. The pedal is bouncing up and down on his foot. A lot of that, Steve, has to do with how the rotors are pulled.
Yeah, and how about his experience? I'm going to turn the fans off. I know what it is. I know what's going on. I'm going to adjust it already. I just want to let you know I'm having this issue. We'll see if the 9 can continue to hold off to 19 as we go NASCAR nonstop.
NASCAR nonstop. All right. That's what I thought.
PNC Bank believes that if a pair of goggles can help your backhand get better, then your bank should help you budget even better. Virtual Wallet is so much more than a checking account. The feature gives you at least 24 hours of extra time to help you avoid an overdraft fee.
You see that?
Virtual Wallet with low cash mode from PNC Bank. One way we're making a difference.
I need to try it first.
I would say I'm getting sick of that commercial, but at the same time, they're right. How do you know if you like it or something or not if you've never tried it? I'm muting the TV I don't want to get copyrighted. Because you know how music makers are. You know what that shit. Okay, there we go.
Yeah? Well, mine's always got my back.
Okay, chill. Mine's faster than Harvick.
Okay, that's fast.
Man, battle for the lead. 9 versus 19.
Yeah, that's because you all have the same internet. Xfinity X5. So powerful, it keeps one-upping itself.
Do that?
I need 3 garlic butter bacon burgers. Coming right up. Will someone grab me some more cheese? Keep that garlic butter coming. Burger up. Order up. Sonic garlic butter bacon burger.
Is that Brett Rivera? Holy shit. Oh my God, I didn't know that existed. Damn.
36 laps into the run, and Martin Truex Jr. once again flexing his muscles on these longer runs as he's trying to fight on the outside now. Chase Elliott for the lead here at Phoenix. And he's going to clear it. Martin Truex Jr. back in front.
Truex to the lead.
Chase isn't done, though. Trying to use these slower cars as a big to get back by him. Truex does a great job right there kind of forcing his way underneath that slower car.
I'm typing, guys. Wait a minute. I'm typing on Twitter.
Lap time, or the laps, the amount of laps that it seems this 19 car, the short run speed that the 9 has versus the long run speed that the 19.
Yep, the battle for the lead. Truex takes it.
25 laps is when that sort of makes a shift, and the advantage goes to Truex. Well, the only concern for Truex is I expect the leaders in about 15 or 18 laps to come to pit road. So it worked out here, but the concern is it takes him a long time, or at least 25 laps, to gain back on the leader.
A little concern for the 19, just in that, we heard him talk about the brake shake. Not a concern from a mechanical issue, but, a lot of times, Steve, that brake shake goes away if you get you actually get the brakes hotter. The problem with that is on long runs here, you can actually melt the tire if the rotor is...
Okay, that was nothing. Okay.
Heat goes into the wheel, it spreads into the tire, and actually melt the tire and cause a tire failure for her.
Right, Jeff, exactly. That's why Jay Small came on the radio after Martin said he was going to flip off those stands and help that brake shake and said we need to manage our temps. And one thing that happened at the end of stage 1 when they pitted, when the team got those 4 tires off, they took a long look at the right front off that 19 car. He was very fast in that long run, but they were looking at the inside shoulder and the temps they were developing in the wheel there. Just a little concerned with the temps that they saw on that right front of 19. As you mentioned, we often see issues of getting those right fronts too hot here at this racetrack. So this is something that Jay Small wanted to keep on Martin Truex's mind about managing the temps. He has not given an update if he's turned those fans back on or where that stands at the moment. So we'll see where this goes on the long run.
Making his way through traffic now. Ready. A second and a half in front of Chase Elliott, who had just went by.
Well, when we looked at the numbers coming into this race, the 19 at Martin Truex Jr., this style of racetrack is definitely his signature, right? So he won Richmond races this year. He won here in the spring. He was running second in New Hampshire. I would use that to compare as close as possible to this racetrack. We got wrecked in the rain, brief rain shower. So his numbers at this low downforce, high horsepower, I call it a big short track. A 1 mile, 3/4 mile type speedways. He is so good at these tracks. Him and his crew chief had the setup just dialed in.
Here, see Brad Keselowski in the battle with Chase Briscoe back in.
Chase is definitely has a short. Oh, damn right. I would like to see that, But at the same time, it would also be nice to see MTJ get his second Winston Cup championship. I still say the old names, like I still say Winston, Busch, Craftsman, even Arthur Remax, because I hate name changes with the passion. It's like, why can't you keep the same name for at least a full decade, and then maybe every once in a while change it? But no, they have to keep changing stuff every year, every week. I don't know whether it's names of stuff, rules, anything. And it's not just NASCAR; it's NBA, pop culture in general. It seems like it's like can't keep one name for a long enough time, so keep it simple for people. Oh, where? Oh, bye. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. I'm so glad they're gone. They're gone. Starcom has left the building. Yep, Starcom has left the building. Oh, you did? I was only 5 years old, and I lived in Ohio before Michigan at the time. Who even won that race? I know Dale Jarrett won the championship that year, but who even won that race, if you remember correctly?
Melts the tire. Before Denny Hamlin's car, watch up front there. The car just blows the right front. I think you're right about a bead failure from brake temp, excessive temp in the brake system. A lot of these teams will run a bead cooler or put some air in that area of the wheel to try to keep the temperature down on that bead.
That was a hard hit. That car, when it got in the wall, you could see it almost come up in the air.
AMR safety team immediately to Quinn as he's climbing out of that car.
Oh yeah, that's right. I do remember now. I wasn't watching NASCAR yet, but I'm old enough to remember. Yeah.
This will put them in their fuel window to make it to the end of the second stage.
And this is Starcom's last race. Actually sold this team This will be their last race in the Cup Series.
I want to take another look, and we mentioned how hard of a hit this was.
He's fortunate enough to be able to get on the brakes just a little bit to take a little speed out of the car, but
Getting ready to come to pit road. NASCAR Drive, that's your live race day companion. Always follow your favorite drivers with high-definition in-car cameras. Just visit NASCAR.com/driver. You can download the NASCAR mobile app today.
Well, we've seen how equally matched the championship 4 are. Some more comfortable, some more speed on short runs versus long runs. We'll see if that equal performance can turn over on the pit road as well. This is a type of race.
Yep, Starcom has left the racetrack.
No, you do not. For Martin Truex Jr., he complained how he cannot hustle the car early on the run. He just cannot be as aggressive as he wants to be. It obviously comes to him late in the run. It's Ford Goodyear tires, Dave.
Denny Hamlin talked about the car being a little tight in the center late in the run. Ford Goodyear tires, Sunoco fuel, Kelly.
Chase Elliott says he's getting
Those guys will not be missed.
doesn't know how much tighter he wants to be at the
Yep, pit stop. I can see it.
for tires and fuel, Marty.
Kyle Larson said we're better on this run. We're still a ways off from the other guys. It's good for about 10 to 12 laps. And it gets
At least the Brett Bodine imposter won't win it off pit lane.
in turns 3 and 4. Another big swing for the 5-team pit crew delivers though.
Oh, look at all these pit crews getting over to work. All right, the Brett Bodine imposter went back.
3 spots on pit road. So right now, they are trying to dig out of that hole.
All right, we're on to another commercial.
Get a better angle. Oh, what are you doing? It's too restricting.
Talking to me.
Galley, you wait by the truck.
What you did was defy direct order.
I've been riding 81 before you got here, and I'll ride it way after you're gone.
You saw what Roy Walton did. You saw what he did to one woman on your team. Roy Walton's dead. You covered it up.
And all new Chicago Wednesday on NBC.
I gotta turn this down because it's getting too loud.
The AFC. That's sensational.
The Brett Bodine, because Brett Bodine was the number 11 Hooters Ford Taurus for his own team in the early 2000s when I was a kid. And Denny may be the better driver, but Brett Bodine is the better person. And what doesn't cheat on his wife or girlfriend like Dennis did.
Sunday Night Football on NBC and Peacock. Brunch. Time well spent with family and friends. And that's what 3 News Go is. It's your morning with friends, who happen to also bring you the latest news, weather, and traffic. Plus, some fun in between. Everything you need to get your day going. From people who love sharing their mornings with you.
Yep, that is some funny shit, Jason. I couldn't have said it better my own self.
If a healthcare provider told you that the tragedy that befell your family could not have been avoided, red lights should be flashing on and off in your head. If you want the truth, call me. I'll be there for you, and I'll make them pay.
Northeast Ohio winters can get a bit crazy, and when they do, will schools close? Will classes be online? Will you work remotely? Be the first to know with iAlert, Northeast Ohio's instant closing system. First, fast, accurate, exclusively from 3 News.
I don't even know that song. Rena Strober from Liv and Maddie and Side Hustle has a video on Instagram of her and her child singing. I don't even know the song, and I'm too afraid to play it because I don't want to get copyright strike or let alone I never had a copyright strike on my channel, but at the same time I don't want to get claimed and have it muted. You know what I'm saying?
in 2022, NASCAR is coming to USA.
Yes, it is. Bubba, the EA Sports 500. I got to watch the beginning of that at work, and I got the. I don't think I'm going to be able to watch a NASCAR there again because of my screaming, especially at Daytona and Talladega, where all the crashes happen. So for Winston, it's 11 races USA, 9 races on regular NBC. For the Busch Series, it's 15 races on USA, 4 races on regular NBC. I look forward to it. Instead of bitching about it, why don't you just give something a chance? Like, how do you know if you like something or not, or let alone if you like someone or not, if you never tried it, something, or you never met that someone? You know what I'm saying? What this guy do?
A little slow on lug nuts. You see a little trouble pulling it off. I mean, that doesn't jump.
Ooh, the 42 almost struck his ass.
That's all it takes to lose.
Yep. At the end of tonight, I'm gonna. At the end, after the Spurs game tonight, after I'm done making my Spurs Thunder review after dark, which will be combined with this race, I'm gonna do like my little tributes on all my other socials too, Chip Ganassi and whatnot, and Ryan Newman, on my other socials. So I already know what pictures I'm gonna use for my Ganassi tribute. Because Montoya used to be my driver before Austin and Ty. All right, restart time. Let's go. Oh, is he going to dump his ass? Let's see. But NASCAR did tell him to cool it, otherwise it was going to be serious punishment. But the 9 bested him anyway for now. Larson the second.
This is really important for Martin Truex Jr. We know he has a long run car, but he can't give up so much room.
Oh, here comes the damn liberal, Matty D. I'm so glad he's out of a ride after this week, after today anyway, because he used to be this likable underdog to like an unlikable character. Like, what happened to the Matty D that we used to know and love? And it's crazy to think that I was actually waiting for him. I was ready for him to win that 2019 Daytona 500 and the Sharpie 500 the same year. I was ready to see him win those 2 races, but I'm glad he didn't. I'm glad they turned his ass in the big one in that 500 in the 2019, and that even though I can't stand Denny, I'm glad he prevented a fluke win from Denny D. At the time, I felt bad, but now I'm glad Denny denied him, even though I hate Denny myself.
Because I agree with what you're saying with car adjustments, Jeff. But the other thing this 19 has to do is stay within touch with the Hendrick cars. You can't spot them spots on pit road, then spot them 2 more on restart, and just assume your driver is going to continue to drive to the front. That's a lot of wear and tear on the car. And we saw now the racetrack. There's not a ton of sun on it, but the turns 3 and 4, as the sun starts to set, it's going to be shaded, and that's going to change this racetrack. It's going to change who's fast, whose car is working best. Oh, we got a car on the wall.
Oh, good. Another one. See you later, Spinhouse. A Spinhouse pack.
Turn 3, the car went straight. That left front tire, as you pointed, being flat. Contact on a restart.
Are you Spinhouse?
Signature of these flat tires early into a run. So we're going to look at some replays, hopefully, of this car, but either had contact or going on this transition. On this transition across the racetrack onto the apron and then back up, that can be so hard on the sidewall of the tire and how it marries to the contact patch or the tread of the tire. And we see failures at tracks like Fontana and other places because of the bumps that kind of flex and bends that joint in the tire, and it could be doing that here today.
Yep, Recky Spinhouse in the wall. Okay, who's that? Thomas McCurdy said, I don't understand this. Okay, there's no... Okay, here's what I've been saying earlier. They don't award stage points in the final race to the championship board because it wouldn't be fair, meaning one of them would have the championship locked up before the race is even done. So, like, if they were going to give, for example, Chase points for winning a stage, then they would have to give everybody else points. So, I don't know what's going on.
Hospitals must post all prices up front. Demand hospital prices costs. It's our money to save.
Okay, there it goes. There it goes. Yeah, like Jason said, highest finisher takes it. They don't have to win the race. Just make sure one championship for contender doesn't make right. They don't have to win the race. Just make sure at least one of the championship contenders that wants to win the title just got to make sure, and none of the other three finish ahead of them. They don't even have to win the race.
And finally, we have cheeseburger, a rare choice for Jenny. All right, let's see what Jenny is going to order. Wow, tacos with the upset. No matter what you're craving, order from DoorDash and get it delivered right to your door. DoorDash.
And I haven't liked Stenhouse since the 2018 Firecracker 400 when he caused so many unnecessary wrecks, and yet he got away. He wrecked himself too, but except unlike Bitch Boy Bennett at Gateway 2 years prior, Stenhouse got away with it, which is even worse. Mute it. Not getting copyrighted. Okay, who's in the lead? They went to commercial so quick. Chase is still leading, I think. Yeah, we're under caution right now. And Larson's in second. Punk-ass Harvick's third. Man, this Phoenix race, this Chucker Auto Ports 500 has had lots of crashes today. More crashes than like the average Phoenix race. Considering that the spring race here was boring as hell. The Subway Fresh Fit 500.
Sports car racing. And Steve, you got a front row seat next Saturday, the championship finale. We're starting at noon Eastern on NBC, then continue on NBCSN at 3 o'clock. That's the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship from Petit Le Mans and Road Atlanta.
Yeah, Road Atlanta, such a great racetrack and a great battle. The Daytona prototype is down to a two-car battle between the 10 of Wayne Taylor Racing and the 31 of Whelen Engineering. Remember that 31 car? That's the car Chase Elliott drove at the Rolex at the 24 back in January. So a little NASCAR tie-in. It's going to be exciting to see that.
Okay, they're going to take a while to clean this mess up under the caution. Yeah, Chase is still leading. Larson's second. These same two guys who battled for the win in the 2016 Winston Open that got moved from Friday night to Saturday morning. I slept in that morning, so I didn't get to see that, but I did see the Winston All-Star race that night.
Tell the truth. Well, here it is. Here's the ranking of the 4 pit crews.
I wasn't even able to live tweet that because Twitter had some kind of a glitch where if you tweeted the word Memphis, they would lock you out of your account for a day for posting private information. But luckily, that was just a phony glitch, so they fixed it. And I was that stupid to actually fall for that far flat trap. I should have known better than that. Because the same day the Spurs played afterwards, and yet I couldn't live tweet that either for the same reason. But not like it mattered because they got ass packed anyway.
And how did Chris Gabehart, the crew chief, handle it? Well, he didn't. He didn't come down angrily off the pit box. He didn't tell Denny Hamlin exactly where or what went wrong.
I still call it the Subway Fresh Fit 500 because I hate name changes with the passion.
But they have to find a way as athletes to become better at what they're doing today.
I was a pit box climber, Rick. I cut down.
Yeah, and JTG Doherty is just keeping the wrong driver.
You know they're trying as hard as they can on the left side. You see that the Choose, Harvick, and Elliott will make up the front row. This Choose, guys, I know it seems like second nature, but it's changed this racing. You drivers always complain about being in the wrong lane. Now it's up to you. You decide where you want to be. To the left or to the right of that V, you just don't hit that orange box. It's a penalty. So I love the fact that, hey, if you don't like what lane you're in, choose another one. This is back on you drivers.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially here where you're 5 and 6 wide, sometimes going down into turn 1, and you have a lot of options. A lot of people trying to do a lot of things. So you put you in a bad situation.
Keeping the wrong driver.
Kind of how you can choose your fate and control your destiny a little bit more with this rule. I love it. The drivers do too.
Field once again approaching the Geico restart zone. Elliott and Kevin Harvick picking up row 1. And Larson back there in row 2. A great restart. Pushing the 4 into turn 1 now. And the 9 up high.
Restart coming up. Okay, I can hear it. Who's going to take the lead coming off turn 2 on the back stretch? That used to be the front. They reversed the whole thing, so it's so confusing. I still don't see Phoenix this way at all. I still see this being turns 1 and 2 with the back straightaway, and then turn 3 and 4 the front straightaway. I don't see it this way at all.
Less likely to give and take. Oh, contact there with the 12.
I thought they were crashing again. I'm like, wait, again? I thought they were. Well, are they going to crash again? That's the thing. We're probably going to crash again. We'll see, because I don't know.
It's been well documented. Kevin Harvick, 9 wins a year ago, no wins this year. But I really think it's been a struggle for most of the Ford camp. I mean, it came to Phoenix. The only opportunity to win a championship was with Austin Cindric in the Xfinity Series. They had no cars advance. Although 3 Team Penske cars made the round of 8, none were able to make the championship 4.
Harvick trying to hold off Blaney now as he runs in the 4th position. Again, another playoff driver. Blaney, Benedetto, Willie Byron. All part of the top 10 and non-playoff drivers.
Getting Hamlin back here. Eric Almirola trying to get underneath him. These two have been going at it. Vinny's car is not exactly where he wants to be right now. Let's listen to what he's talking about.
Oh, that's good. That's really, really good, Jason. I like that. Man, your computer and TV or wherever you're watching it, it's getting a workout, isn't it? Let's see, who's all here? Okay, Jason is still here. We still on game.
Another thing that becomes clear here as we have more restarts is where you want to be in relation to that shoes will take a risk and actually bring you before they could. And that's the key. I'm not getting up a row from Martin Truex. So he was thinking maybe, or the team was thinking maybe you want to be on the outside. That's where he was making a lot of time early in the race. But he has noticed he doesn't want to give up a row at all in any position because he thinks he can make them up.
Okay, Austin's back on the lead lap. I didn't even notice that we were back on the lead lap.
Give up a row because remember, as they choose, we just went over to choose roll. Everybody loves the top. So Truex says, well, man, if I can move up an entire row 2 positions to go to the bottom, I know that's the non-preferred lane, but I'd rather be there. I mean, he is a big fan of the choose rule because a week ago at Martinsville, we were coming to that late race restart, and everybody chose the bottom, and he get to move up 2 spots on the outside. That was the 2 points that he needed. It took a lot of pressure off in those closing laps to advance. As Truex tries to make the pass on his 5 car, and the 4 of Harvick closes in as well back there. Blaney has kind of taken a few tools out of the toolbox for the 19. He has to all of a sudden start being a little more defensive about his line. This opportunity to dive to the bottom, he can't quite do that as much because of the potential of 4 car jumping to his outside corner panel. He's going to have to make this pass quickly without, maybe losing a position to Harvick. Marty, what you got on the 5 car out here?
Well, same song, different verse.
Oh, another one! Oh, no! Oh, my God, Junior! Oh, my God, Junior scared the bejeebies out of me with his yelling. Oh, my God, he hit that wall a ton. Oh, my gosh. This is a Phoenix Demolition Derby.
To get into a rhythm, let's go back and see what happened to Chase.
Oh, Kyle Busch got him. What the hell happened? What does this got to do with what happened in turn 1? Did he rub him? Oh, no. Oh, that was hard. Oh, God, that was a hard leg.
That has damaged the side skirt on that car. And somehow or another, either the contact or the damage is flattened out.
Crash in turn 3.
Early right here. He's like, oh, no, I'm in trouble. The tire's completely flat. Kyle Busch does a
Crash
great
in
job
turn 3.
running in the back of him too hard, but he's already going to wreck, regardless of whether Kyle's there or not. Big hit. The fuel cell does an amazing job keeping the fuel inside the tank.
And the field working their way onto pit road again. Parker.
Right, and Martin Truex Jr. was told to just follow the leaders there, as he did coming down here. They get 4 tires on this 19 car. Once again, just looking for a little bit more stability on the early portion of the run.
Dave, Denny Hamlin radioed his crew, "I'm just not good enough."
I almost wanted to say turn 1. Oh, people are getting so pissed. Who's going to get it off?
Chase Elliott said his 9 car fired off better. He said it was turning better from the get-go. No changes for that 9 car, just 4 tires and fuel, Marty.
Kyle Larson said with that cycle of tires, tighter in the center, looser on exit, they have not been able to get rid of that all day long. You got to wonder how many tools in the toolbox Cliff Daniels has. The pit crew, though, they deliver. They've been the best.
Larson wins the race off pit lane.
Larson does a great job. A big bounce back for Truex. They were bleeding spots on pit road. Both him and Hamlin. Great stops out of the Joe Gibbs race.
The DJ for NASCAR and NBC deserves a raise.
Number 1 spot, yeah. Taking next, taking over. Glory's getting closer. Rising like legends over rivals. Champions destined for the title. It's not where we come from. It's what we came to do. It's what we came to do.
A lot of people think dealing with COPD is a walk in the park. If I have something to help me breathe better, everything would be fun and nice. But I still have bad days, flare-ups, which can permanently damage my lungs.
Got
My lungs
crash.
need protection against flare-ups. So it's time to get real. Because in the real world, our lungs deserve the real protection of Breztri. Breztri gives you better breathing, symptom improvement, and flare-up protection. It's the first and only COPD medicine proven to reduce flare-ups by 52%.
Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
For real protection, ask your doctor about Breztri.
So 3 rounds remain in Travis Pastrana's Nitro Rallycross. And the season winding down. You can watch it all on PeacockTV.com. Sign up there. Kyle Busch is going to be racing November 13th and 14th. That's at Phoenix's Wild Forest Pass Motorsports Park later this week. The other drivers that he will be battling against, other than Travis Pastrana, will be guys like Tanner Faust and Scott Speed.
On the way to break, we talked about the solid kind of pit stops by the 2 Joe Gibbs Racing cars. Let's compare the 2 Hendrick cars, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott. The pit times reasonably close, 4/10 of a second, but the driver time, look right here. I mean, that is a lot. Half a second just with driver time. So you think that's pit road speed, but I actually think it's due to qualifying. That great qualifying run by Kyle Larson gave them the first pick. They're at pit stall 1. When they leave, they only have to go to right there. That's where you're scored off pit road. It's about 30 feet, 40 feet. So while it looks like Larson's way better with his pit road speed, he actually doesn't even have to accelerate. Look, he's going to be at the white line right there. Chase Elliott is going way, way faster than him, but he scored way back at that first white line. That makes his overall time look so much shorter. What I love about this race, this isn't the metric, this isn't all these different things. No, it was effort. It was qualifying. On Saturday, Kyle Larson put down an amazing lap that gave him that opportunity to pick the first pit stall. It's all starting to add up to the 5. We'll see if that's the difference maker.
Stops for both the 11 and the 19 this time. We talked about they had a little deficit on pit road.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a field goal kicker. If you don't want your last kick to be the miss and then have to walk out there and have a game-winning kick. So they had some struggles early. Now here we are about halfway through the race. They kind of, what I'll call, have a normal pit stop. Look at that. Everything went like we've practiced, went like we've done all year long. That will allow them to build some confidence as the pressure builds and we get to the end of this race, Parker.
Well, there's a little bit of concern right now on the 19 team. If we get a close-up shot of their front grille, there's apparently could be some trash there that they were not able to get off underneath the stop. Martin was asking if they had any ideas of a way to remove it here under caution. The team said, we'll just have to deal with it and see where it goes. But right now, a little bit concerned about maybe some trash on that grille they weren't able to get off.
They're going to like this shot then because I don't see anything on the grill. Mission accomplished by the driver.
If anything, that yellow, maybe a yellow piece over the right front brake. Their brake opening compared to the Chevrolets is so minimal. Something like that could completely change how the right front cools. But otherwise, yeah, Steve looks pretty clear.
Talk about Denny Hamlin stop before and those all spots.
Oh, they're coming to the restart. Oh, shit.
That was their best stop of the year right there. Bring your best to the championship battle. That's what you got to do. You make a mistake, you got to go past it and recover. That's what they did. Great stop that time.
See this? Looks different here. Yeah. Those are playoff drivers up front, right? Cars stayed on the racetrack.
Oh, my God, Reddick.
Larson chose the bottom. I love his choice here. Even though it's not the first turn one, he's going to have a lot of real estate left if this car launches. Behind him, the other playoff drivers. This is going to be nerve-wracking now that they're in traffic.
Hamlin chose the top. Let's see how that affects him with those slower cars. Old tires for the outside lane.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's going right in the drums. Never mind. I thought he was going to go bonsai for a second. I'm like, nope, never mind. Oh, shit. Oh, contact.
Himself through those slower cars in the outside lane. He went to the middle. Now he's taking the fight with Truex, hoping to catch Truex behind the one car. Use Kurt Busch as a pick right here. There's him.
And they almost wrecked on the restart. Oh my goodness, they almost wrecked on the restart.
Kurt Busch and clears him. It looks as though the 19 will do the same.
God, they almost.
200 teammates down the back straightaway.
That was close. Sorted out. Guys continue to battle behind him.
Laps to go in stage 2.
I thought they were going to crash. I thought they were going to crash.
The championship 4 once again. They're running first, second, third, fourth on the racetrack.
All right, someone commented on my TikTok post. Which one? Who was it?
So the season winding down. Less than half a race remaining. And a champion still to be determined. And no one has stood out. We've seen Martin Truex Jr. on the longer runs get up front, but now it's Kyle Larson on the short run leading the field as Chase Elliott right on his back bumper.
It just screams kind of execution, guys, right? I'm not sure anyone is just so head and shoulders above one another that they can.
Oh.
I would say that you can kind of overperform, right? It's going to come down to execution, perhaps. Who makes the mistake? It costs them.
So right there, Chase Elliott saw a weakness for Kyle Larson. If he can get to his rear bumper, get to that rear quarter panel, get that car loose. Larson did a great job of clearing him off the turn to 4.
Can't believe Denny got by Truex. Yep, the Brett Bodine imposter. And Chase and Larson almost crashed each other. God, I bet you Rick Hendrick is sweating bullets right now watching these two cars do battle. It's going to open the door for Denny if they don't hurry this shit up.
Should have a good run off the corner exit there to stretch it out. Maybe a car length and a half by the time we get to turn 1.
Throughout the entire season, Chase Elliott, the reigning champion, And he's had to watch his teammate Kyle Larson go out and win 9 races and be the dominant car all season.
Well, I understand there's a watch party for Hendrick Motorsports back in North Carolina. Rick Hendrick here on premise. They all have to be nervous when they see their 2 championship entries. I wouldn't say inches apart, but I think they're actually touching. We'll call that contact between the 2.
But then, that car gets that momentum off of turn 4 and gets this type of a lead into 1. It allows him to do what he's doing right
Jeremy Mayfield is tweeting at me now. The original number 19.
and equal the speed or the pace of the 9 car.
Making me hyper.
Chase Elliott has not won an oval race since this race last year where he won the championship. So if he's going to beat Kyle Larson or the rest of the guys to win this, he's going to have to step his game up today and do something he hasn't done in over a year.
There's Carl on Rick Hendrick. Has a talent of rallying people around him. He builds relationships with his employees from the top of the business all the way to the bottom, and they're motivated to go to battle for him to go to work and please him, make him happy. They want to get a pat on the back from that man when they come back to the shop on Monday.
Junior, no surprise, but that was on top of the 48 pit box. He's not going to sit on either one of
Yeah, Jeremy Mayfield, the 9th. Yeah. Well, it's a championship race. Last night and the night before proved that anything can happen. So we'll see. I don't even know who's going to win right now, whether it be the race or the championship or both at the same time. Because a non-chaser could win, like the truck race on Friday night. Chandler Smith got the W in the race while Bitch Boy Ben won the Craftsman Truck Championship.
Okay, chill. Mine's faster than heart rate. Okay, that's fast.
Yeah, that's because you all have the same internet. Xfinity X5 is so powerful it keeps one-upping itself.
Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich for you. And a delicious, crispy, spicy one. Needs a little kick to the keister. A chicken sandwich in classic or spicy, 99. It's really good. There you go, buddy. Thank you. Right.
Look, you Dad.
Oh my God.
From the Denny game, it looks like Truex is a better driver of the corners than Denny. That's what it looked like even from the TV shot, too. I noticed that, too.
Track them down. So crack a Mountain Dew. Get out and do.
USAA is made for the safe pilots. For Mac, who can come to a stop with barely a problem. Lucia, who announces her intentions even if no one's there. And Sergeant Moore, who leaves room for her room. With USAA Safe Pilot, when you drive safe, you can save up 30% on your auto insurance. Get a quote and start saving. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for.
Man, Mr. H, I know it's only stage 2. We still got a little ways to go. He's probably sweating bullets right now. I know I'm saying that over and over. Like, as a coroner, you guys their biggest fear is that, or hope is that they don't wreck each other racing for the championship. And a format like this, where back as a kid, it was more relaxing. Where, in its early 2000s, 2004, no chase, no eliminations, no cutoff, no knockout, nothing. I'm old enough to remember that. Okay, it's stage 2. Okay, guys, it's stage 2 and then check out our Park 500 at Phoenix, the championship race in the NASCAR Winston Cup Series. And there's still plenty of time to join my YouTube watch party for. No.
This battle just shows you how
Okay, guys, it's only stage 2 in the Checker Auto Parts 500 Championship race at Phoenix, and there's still plenty of time to join my watch party live stream on my YouTube channel, Mark Oliveris Enterprises. Please subscribe if you please and come join. Link is in the bio. So it's going to come down to this. You know, we saw Friday night in the truck race and last night in the Busch race that anything can happen because we've seen crazier things happen in championship races, whether it be Phoenix, Homestead, or Atlanta, so you won't want to miss it. Be there. Larson's still leading. Yep. Yes, he is.
So obviously not out of tools to make the 5-car better. They've taken several big swings at it, Kelly, and they clearly made it better.
Well, we've seen some close, hard racing between these two teammates, but they definitely made some contact right on that restart, and Chase Elliott wanted to make sure his number 9 car was okay.
Not it right there. Felt like I fired off a little better. You know, I don't know if I'm okay for that or not, but we'll see. Yeah, I got it.
And Chase asked the team if the nose of his car was okay. They said it looks like, and I could see him taking a look at some still shots at the front end of that car. The latest message to him, just focus forward.
For Chase Elliott, his comment, Kelly, was, I took off better. I don't know if I'm going to pay for it. So what he's talking about is the car had better speed. When they dropped the green flag on the restart, it took off better. He could be more aggressive with the car, had more grip. The concern with that...
And Jeremy Mayfield just tweeted to me saying, thank you for the support, man. Honestly, I'm not sure of the reason. I love Mayfield.
There's a contact right there. Larson and Elliott.
Okay. See how it pushed down the quarter panel on the 5-car. A little daylight between the quarter panel and the spoiler up here. Seem to go back into position. But you do not want to affect the body on these race cars at least a little bit, especially that's a critical area on the right rear quarter panel for side force and down force.
Yeah, I'm tweeting to Jeremy Mayfield. 7 to go in stage 2. 7 to go in. Oh my God! This went over.
Chase Elliott had the fastest lap, the Xfinity fastest lap. Averaged around this 1-mile racetrack over 134 miles per hour.
That happened again.
Interesting to watch these two run. You think as the run gets longer, both of them will migrate to the top of the racetrack, but Chase is still working the bottom of the racetrack. Even now on this end, he's still rolling the bottom of turn 1 and 2, and that tells me that maybe the resin is neutralizing a little bit. Maybe it's losing a little bit of that advantage that we've seen from it all weekend long with the trucks Xfinity. Everybody would end up there. Maybe some of the grip of the speed and pace is starting to go away with that high side as we get through this race.
And this race is going quickly. 5 laps remaining.
5 laps in stage 2.
As up the track, Larson goes once again, and Elliott stays right there on the bottom of the racetrack. And the gap stays about the same, 0.3 of a second separating the two.
You can see a little bit of the fade in the darkness of the high groove, where everyone has ran right on the edge of it, right on the lower side of that resin. It's faded a little bit, like it's more wearing away. You may, as a driver, search a little bit higher to see if you can find some place on the racetrack higher that the cars haven't used and find more grip. But it's going to be a little bit dirty up there. You mentioned the contact between Chase Elliott and the 5 and the quarter panel of the 5 getting bent down. You know what else it did? It got flared out, got rid of the back, and pushed that right rear out. That is spectacular for the 5 car. That is what gets called good fortune, right? I mean, he got ran into by his teammate. Nothing you want to see happen over the course of the race. You hope it goes the right direction. And today, it went the right way. And the way you want to look at that as a fan, the rear spoiler on the car adds downforce. That's like a spoiler on the side of the car now. Adding side force, increasing how he can drive this car into the corner, how much deeper he can lean on this car and swing the back. He has an advantage aerodynamically that his teammate does not.
So let's ride along with Kyle Larson on top of this on top of the roof, and I want you to start paying attention to something. The sun is setting, so into turn 3, they dealt with this in qualifying yesterday. Look at the glare. So right now, the drivers is going to get very difficult. See the glare on the racetrack right there? You cannot see that yellow line. It's going to get worse for a little while as that sun continues to set. The drivers are going to have to start looking for other visuals that they can get their eyeballs on to help guide them.
Sean Berry, anyone but that Brett Bodine imposter, anyone but him. Oh, last lap of stage 2. Shit.
Kyle Larson, talk about he and his crew chief, Cliff Daniels. Well, things have clicked for them. Larson is going to win stage 2, and now he has the advantage over the other Championship 4 drivers.
Oh my God, they're all running 1, 2, 3, 4 at this point. Holy cow.
4 of the Championship 4 drivers.
It's going to be close. It's going to be really close.
Still up there in contention, Blaney, Harvick, Keselowski, Kyle Busch, Logano, and William Byron. They round out the top 10 in stage 2. The pit crews are doing their job.
Yes, they are.
Where the hell are we?
I saw flashes. I saw my family.
Run.
How is that possible?
I know what I've gone through to be here. It's been quite a journey. Appreciating how awesome it is to be an athlete representing Team USA. And everything that goes into it. Never giving up. Telling yourself, let's go, let's go. I just want to know that I gave it my all. Prove to myself that I can be amazing. Yeah.
How far you go begins with how far you're willing to go. Delta is proud to be the official airline of Team USA.
I drop off and pick up my kids from school, so I can't work early or late. And I need to make enough to make it worthwhile.
I can only work 2 days a week, and it can't interfere with my other job.
I can do full-time, just not daytime, and I need benefits. Good ones. And you know, it'd be nice if you paid for my tuition, like all of it.
Think premium can't be capable? Think again. Introducing the first ever AT4 lineup. Premium and capable. That's professional grade from GMC. Get $2,300 purchase allowance on 2021 Sierra Light Duty Crew Cab models when you finance through GM Financial. Plus, current eligible GMC owners get an additional $250 purchase allowance.
Our Kate Hudson exclusive next ET.
This NASCAR Cup Series Championship race from Phoenix Raceway telecast presented by USAA. Back into the hands of the pit crew. Parker.
We saw the weakness of the 19 car there on the short run.
All right, people are pitting.
Four tires and adjustments to the 19 game.
Hamlin was asked if he was loose anywhere that he could not stand. He said no. Jack Van Kelly Mills will make his third chassis adjustment of the day, Kelly.
Chase Elliott said his biggest struggle is running up high. Said the car gets super lazy up there. He's much better running down low. It's 4 tires for the 9 car, Marty.
All the work on the 5 car finally paying off. Kyle Larson said, we fixed the exit. I like it there. I need to turn the center better. More of that last adjustment. You see that big wedge adjustment?
Who's going to get it? Larson.
Last time they do it once again here. They have delivered all day long so far, Rick.
Yeah, Hamlin is the best at choking as well as cheating on his wife and girlfriend. That's the only thing he's the best at. He's the best at cheating on his wife and girlfriend as well as choking. That's the only thing he's the best at.
If you've been playing down your COPD,
It's a new dawn. It's a new day.
it's time to make a stand.
Start a new day with Trelegy.
I'm feeling good.
No once daily COPD medicine has the power to treat COPD in as many ways as Trelegy. With 3 medicines in 1 inhaler, Trelegy helps people breathe easier and improves lung function. It also helps prevent future flare-ups. Trelegy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Do not take Trelegy more than prescribed. Trelegy may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
No, you know I'm right. You do know I'm right. It's okay for you to have a wrong opinion because what I'm speaking is the truth. Like Anthony fucking Anderson, who follows me on Instagram, and whose mama Doris follows as my Facebook friend. He did cheat on his wife. He did. Or his girlfriend. He was never married, but still. And he has a history of choking away championships, which is why he'll never be Mark Martin as one of the best to never win the championship. Because at least Mark Martin was a better person than Dennis.
Recycle the course.
Because Mark Martin wouldn't go like ruin somebody's like victory celebration like Dennis did at Martinsville to Bowman. I wouldn't go like insulting someone after they won the race. That's something. Those are things Mark Martin would never do.
Back there, the better of the two of the Joe Gibbs Racing. Mark Truex Jr. the fourth of the championship 4. Let's get to the Ruoff Mortgage Peacock Pit Box with KP, DJ, and Brad.
All right, guys, we look at this.
I'll bet it.
How aggressive are the restarts going to be from here on out? Because it's so hard to pass, number one. And number two, these guys said it's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be a slugfest. Have you seen anybody grab this race by the throat yet? And who do you think that could be when they do it?
Restarts are going. I can't wait.
It's gonna be living la vida loca like Ricky Martin.
All 4 of these race cars, they've all performed extremely well today. I mean, look what they're running. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can't separate them. It's going to be a mistake, I think, that separates them.
You know, one thing that I saw right there.
Yeah, a mistake by the Brett Bodine imposter, hopefully. I'm just like Harvick's not in contention for the championship. I just still want him to win. That way he could go winless. Oh, yeah, and the other thing that Dennis is the best at, like Harvick, stinking up the Winston Cup Series like he did, like those assholes did last year. It's like, I'm so glad when they're all said and done, they didn't win shit. It's like, give other drivers a chance.
When you can have a 10 or 15 degree swing in a temperature on a day like this, for crew chief, do you start backwards to forwards on how you plan for that, or do you start at the beginning of the race and try to figure out how do I need to change so the car's where I want it by the end of the race?
So I think you want to start with how the race is going to begin, but Rutledge, to your point, it's the desert. It's cold in the morning, cool in the evenings, hot in the middle of the day. You're going to have really good notes. You can have all the simulation you want, but good old-fashioned notes like they taught you in high school, Rick. Very detailed notes on what adjustments and what swings the track goes through. That's what makes that sticky stuff they spray down so difficult to read, because now you have a temperature swing, and is that sticky stuff getting worse or better as the race goes?
I struggled on that note-taking in high school.
I borrowed from others. It worked very well.
The group plan. And Hendrick Motorsports lines up in row 1, and then it's Joe Gibbs Racing in row 2.
Okay, the TV. Okay, never mind. Okay, restart time. Let's go. 115 to go. Here we go. Green flag.
Great start for the 19 of Mark Truex Jr. Right now, Harvick on his outside trying to take 4th away.
That's going to be hard to do. Harvick's going to fight hard. Down this front straightaway, Truex launches forward. And again, side by side into turn 1. Truex way down the racetrack. Trying to go the shorter distance, is able to use that to his advantage and take the spot.
He'll possess his speed, but it's okay. He gained the position.
I do miss like the ticker that used to be up across the screen. That Fox and NBC both did away with that kind of ticker for this side of the screen. Horse shit. They temporarily did it in. All right, Jason, that's a good choice too. Better than the Brett Bodine imposter, but Larson would be nice as well. But like I remember 2014, the last year before NBC came back, Fox did like the sticker on the side of the screen, and enough fans complained to the point where they put it back on the top of the screen. Not like the scrolling ticker, but there's like 3 pages, three pages per like running like section, 3 sections per page. 3 sections per page, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's going to be at least one more green flag pit stop, like the money stop, if there is no caution. Last night was the complete opposite of that. Yeah, last night, before I recorded my Daniel Hemrick reaction, I had to use the restroom during that one late race caution. Thank you, Jason. You tell him. You tell him. I don't care if Denny Hamlin's a Hall of Fame driver. He'll never be Mark Martin as the best to win the championship. Because Mark Martin was more of a gentleman in his pinky than Dennis is in his own body, in his whole body. Plus, and Denny may be the better driver of the number 11 alone, but Brett Bodine is the better person. Yeah, you could still hate somebody in American sports, but at the same time, still give them credit when it's due, no matter how much you hate them. Okay. First, all 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all in a line together again, like Dave Blaney. Don't be fooled by the Dave Blaney part. That's just like a tagline I use. Together again, like Dave Blaney, because I call the song "Together Again" by Dave Koz the Dave Blaney song. Yeah, when we watch the Spurs game later, which sadly I will not be live streaming, I'm going to get some dinner. Oh, Dave Blaney is? Dave Blaney's your all-time favorite, Sean? It just sucks he wasn't able to win a Winston Cup, right? Honestly, 2001 Cracker Barrel 500 he should have won, if not for a loose wheel. I remember watching that as a 7-year-old kid when I lived in Michigan in Lenore House, and my father and I were pulling for him. Yeah, I was rooting for him that day. It sucks that he couldn't pull it. But just think, even if he would have won that race, we wouldn't have had that emotion of Harvick winning in his third start. It's like his third ever start after Dale Sr. After Dale Sr. did. After Dale Sr. died, I should say. Oh, yeah, Mark Martin, yeah. I thought I was going to remember the 6 car with Mark Martin. Not David Reagan. Who else came after Reagan? Not Ryan Newman. Yeah, not Trevor Bayne. There'd always be Mark Martin to me, the number 6. And I'll never remember Mark in the 01 or the 5 or all the other nines or the 55. It'll always be the 6 for me. That's what I grew up with. That's what I'm used to. Well, let's not forget, Mark was supposed to retire after 2005, but then when Roush didn't have a driver for 2006, considering that the original plan was to have Big Murray drive the 6 and 07. That's why Mark what came back for 2006 and debate eventually, as people call him the Brett Favre of NASCAR. And Jason, the Mark Martin in the 6 was the best to me. And I think the best number 5 was Terry Labonte, the Kellogg's Cornflakes Monte Carlo. I know most kids these days remember Kane, Gordon, Johnson, and Jr., but for me, I'm old enough to remember Labonte, Gordon, Nadeau, Nemechek, and Johnson. Nadeau and Nemechek, Joe Nemechek and Jerry Nadeau in the 25. I'll never remember the 25 car as Vickers, even though that was like when I was like 10 or 11. But the NASCAR I remember was from 2001, 2002, 2003. Well, some 04 and 05 I do remember, like, Schrader in the 49, I mean, stuff like that. I mean, that's the only one one of the only ones I can remember from 04 and 05. Schrader in the 49, but I also remember him in the 36 as well. Yeah, and I remember that 36 car being 30, more with the 36 and then the 01. When you started watching NASCAR, Jason, I was a baby. I didn't start watching till 01 when Dale was killed. My first race that I didn't even finish because 7-year-old me in my first race didn't understand exactly everything like I do now. So I didn't know how long it would take for them to clean Tony's rack up and that other 17 cars he took with them. So I told my parents and sister we were coming up to Ohio, to visit my family for my 7th birthday because we lived in Michigan in Lenore House with them. I said, let's get out of here because I don't know how long it's going to take to clean this up. So we packed up our stuff, loaded in my mom's red van, which was a Chevy Venture at the time. And then we just went home as the race started and Dale crashed. And so when they announced his death that night, I just went to bed because I didn't even bother to turn on the TV what happened. I was tired from a long birthday celebration. So I woke up the next day on President's Day and found out about it through my dad reading the paper and have ESPN News on to see what was going on. So right after my dad found it in the paper first, then ESPN News showed it back when ESPN in general was actually a channel worth the shit to watch. Well, back when I was a kid, I didn't want to do anything with anybody, family or friends, because I just wanted to catch every single race. Now that I'm older, it's like I don't care anymore. If I have to miss a race, I miss a race. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, sometimes when the weather's nice, I say, fuck the races. I'm going outside with my friends. But if the weather's lousy and it's raining or something, it's cold, then I stay in to watch races. Then basically, I have no choice. Sometimes even no matter how the weather is, if I don't have time to watch a race or I don't feel like it, I just don't watch it because I still love the sport, but my passion is not the same like it was when I was little or even a teenager. So let's see how they're going now. No mistakes. Take advantage on restarts. Make the right adjustments. It's late in the race, so I guess it makes sense for them to say that. There's 98 to go, so it's anybody's championship. We've seen crazier things happen in championship races in Atlanta, Homestead, and Phoenix across the top 3 national series of NASCAR. So as long as there's no caution, there's going to be one more pit stop under green. As long as there's no more caution. So there's nothing interesting happening on my phone, unfortunately. Who is my favorite driver? Well, I have so many of those across the 3 series and even ARCA, even though I don't give a shit about ARCA anymore. But my top 2 favorites I have the most money on is the Dillon brothers, Austin and Ty. And before I never liked Hamlin since his rookie year in 2006. But you know who I used to hate growing up? I used to hate Gordon merely because my father didn't like him for whatever reason. And of course, I used to hate Jimmy because I got tired of him winning. And then as a Austin and Ty fan, I used to hate Larson and CGR, but he's okay with me now. And even though he won the championship Friday night in the Craftsman Truck Series, I still hate bitch boy Ben Rhodes. Don't like Stenhouse. I don't like Harvick either. Stenhouse, after his reckless abandonation in the Firecracker 400 2018, I haven't liked him since then. Bitch boy Ben has always had a reckless abandonation type of a reputation since 2016 when he dumped Sauter for the win at Kansas, and he took himself with them and opened up the door for Byron, which really helped Byron's NASCAR career take off. And then a few weeks later at Gateway, he caused 3 unnecessary wrecks before taking himself out. So I've not liked Ben Rhodes since then. I know I hate him and everything, but I still have to give credit where credit is due. Because if there's one thing I learned as a kid, it's one thing to hate somebody in sports, that's normal. Another to constantly badmouth them and give credit where it's due. It's nowhere near the same as hating someone. Because if you don't give them credit where credit's due, you're just making yourself look like a fool. I used to do that with Gordon and Johnson on and off social media. But now that I'm older, it's like I know better. Man, the Fords used to be good back in the early 2000s with the Taurus, or even in the late 90s with the Thunderbird. I may have started watching in 01, but I'm old enough to remember the Thunderbird. Because the Thunderbird used to be a big thing in pop culture when I was a little boy in the late 90s, pre-Michigan. We got 92 to go.
And now inside the fuel window.
Inside the fuel window. Austin's 19. So I don't really care what he does, my own driver does at this point. I just want to see who wins the championship. And this could potentially be Newman's last race as he runs to 22nd.
35 to 40 laps to see guys pit on their green. We've shown right here the 18 of Kyle Busch. The season that could have been, right? You heard his frustration, but I love his feedback. As a matter of fact, disappointing as it may be.
I feel so bad for Kyle Busch, though, considering that he could have been running for a championship now. Hey, but like in American sports, shit happens. You can't, you're not always going to succeed and win every race or let alone every championship. Yeah. The only way TJ is going to win this championship is a miracle if like the top three crash each other or like have any kind of screw ups or issues.
He loves the details of what goes into these cars. Yeah, he's absolutely cut out.
Okay, should we drink this Coke now or wait till the Spurs?
It'll be difficult for him, I think, over the next couple of years.
I'm going to wait for the Spurs. I'm going to wait for that. I don't want to waste it. I don't want to waste it now.
You won't miss a thing. We're going to go NASCAR nonstop.
We're not going to miss it. Oh, there's the Carl Edwards song. Whoever's in charge of the music on NBC today deserves a raise. Let's go tweet. Let's go tweet.
Who can come to a stop with barely a bottle. Lucia, who announces her intentions even if no one's there. And Sergeant Moore, who leaves room for her room. With USAA Safe Pilot, when you drive safe, you can save up to 30% on your auto insurance. Get a quote and start saving. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for.
I definitely think mocha is an adult flavor.
Listen, the kids have their drink with candy.
Yeah.
I get my own drink.
This is our candy.
You know,
Wherever is the
candy?
Sonic Mocha Crunch Blast. Espresso.
You say espresso?
Yes, I do.
An F-150 isn't an F-150 because of the name on the tailgate. It's an F-150 because it's built for tough. Built for people count on it. They know that Braun can get the job done, but it takes brains and Braun to get it done right. Stuff that's smart can only be called F-150.
Man, NBC's got some good ass music today. So on TikTok, we're gonna make the last call with like 50 to go or something for this live stream for whoever wants to join. Whoever else wants to join. I'm actually gonna see what's going on TikTok, whether on commercial, anything. Lefty just liked my tweet, which is awesome. Nothing happened over there. Nothing happened over there.
Oh my god.
My charger. Okay.
The 2022 Ford Mustang Mach-E GT.
Jason Larson checking out. I can't believe those two were on separate teams at one point, considering that, Ganassi, before what Larson went through a year ago, saw the potential in him. As much as I was upset at Ganassi for firing Montoya in 13-14, I hate to see them go. I really do. So come the end of the night after the Spurs game, and after I make my little post-game, post-race, like after dark review video, I'm going to do a little Ganassi tribute on my other socials, as I mentioned earlier.
But to hear Cliff and the way he leads our meetings, to watch him post-race, hang out with our guys.
It's either going to be Chase or Larson winning the championship. The only way the Gibbs guys have a chance is if these guys crash each other or a lap car gets in the damn way. Anybody feel like this race is going to end at sunset, let alone at the crack of dusk or something? Well, I don't know if it's dusk, but at the crack of evening, dusk. At the crack of dusk. Any idea that I'm going to tweet that right now. Anybody feel that? Anybody feel that?
That you get to go through when you win a championship, and memories you'll certainly treasure forever, Dave.
Denny Hamlin's relationship to his team goes back so much further than when he started driving in this Cup Series car. Way back when, a kid from Virginia was definitely a Washington Redskins fan, so he knew who Coach Gibbs was, and he definitely wanted to be in when he was 11 years old. And then Denny racing locally as a youngster, number 11.
The Brett Bodine number.
He's running the Cup Series, 578 starting today. They've all been with Joe Gibbs. They've all been with FedEx, Parker.
Well, don't forget, Jason Leffler had that. May he rest in peace, had that car before Denny did, and yet he didn't do shit with it except D&Q the Coke 600.
So much change with the next gen car and how you drive those cars. Who knows what to store in the future for him? So he's just been trying to enjoy his time here. See it now.
Were they talking about Newman? I wasn't paying attention.
Nice job down here in 1 and 2, getting a good run off that grippy stuff off the top of the racetrack. But down here at 3 and 4, Larson commits top, Chase commits bottom. The last few laps are going to do that once again. And Chase really rolls in and closes a good car length on this 5 car.
Speaking of closing in, Larson and Elliott, they have not been putting out the fastest laps of the championship 4. It's been Hamlin and Truex Jr. who have put together the fastest laps. They're still trying to close the gap. But look at this. Chase Elliott keeps peeking just to the inside of Larson.
We saw Chase Elliott at the end of the last long run. He just stayed committed to the bottom of the racetrack. Larson was on the top. And Chase Elliott down here at 3 and 4, like you said, Steve, making big moves right here.
And now that Chase is there, Larson's
He's right on his ass.
more defensive with his line. He'll change a few things, and it'll cost him a little bit of time. And if they battle,
GG are not looking too good. Nope.
it's going to allow Denny to get right into this really quick. Denny's looking right out the windshield, seeing these two guys run side by side, and he is trying quickly to get there as they are costing each other a tenth here, a tenth there.
Elliott able to clear the 5 as they go through the dog leg and now into turn 1. Lap cars coming into play once again.
So Chase now wants to put a little bit of distance between him and the 5 car. I think Hamlin is the quickest car on the track.
Yep, and the battle for the lead.
I think Kyle Larson really may be getting a little bit tighter on exit here. I think that's the concern for the 9 camp. They did tell him, hey, or the 5 camp, they did tell him the 9 is catching you a little bit here. And they also told him early in the run, the 9 said on his radio, he can't keep up with you when you're in that high
Go
line.
Chase.
So Larson really working the top of the racetrack. But Steve, you had it right on. 1 and 2 is where Larson is the best. 3 and 4 is where he struggles, and that's where Chase Elliott passed him.
Larson's going to move around and change his line a little bit now that he's behind the 9. He's going to make a couple small tweaks, and you can see he's not letting that 9 go anywhere. He's actually improved his
It's
car
going to
a
be
little bit,
close.
adjustments to his line, and he's staying right here. Going to bring the fight back to Chase Elliott, our leader.
Trying to take advantage of these lap cars.
So it's Chase Elliott out in front now, only 74 laps to go. We go NASCAR nonstop.
These are the people who work on the front line.
Thoughts about DeMar leaving the Spurs? I mentioned it many times. I'm kind of glad he did because 1, we were wasting his talent. 2, he deserves to go to a contender and compete for wins and championships. And 3, with him, Patty, LaMarcus, and Rudy taking up the space, it was making us look like we're playing like a bunch of old farts. But now we're actually athletic again. Now that those guys are gone.
Did you just turn us into Subway ads?
Yep, Subway's got so much new, like a new turkey Cali Fresh, that they couldn't fit it in their ads. So they bought space on your jersey.
Go long, Italian BMT.
This is Antonelli's Cheese Shop.
And we're the Antonellis.
Do good, eat good.
That's our mission.
We chose our new Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One because it gives us unlimited 2% cash back on everything we buy.
And it has no preset spending limit.
Thank you, Josiah.
Power adapts to our business needs. We
Oh, I do too, except they're not looking really good right now to start the season. And like I mentioned in like one of my post-game reactions, I know this isn't Duncan's squad, and I'm not saying this is going to happen like it did back then, but they usually start off. They could start turn this around, get a spark into them, and because Duncan's squad usually started off slow, then turned it up, and after a slow start, cruised onto a winning season. Not saying that's going to happen with this squad, saying it's not Duncan's no more, but anything is possible.
I'm sorry. Can we stop? I know that we're selling car insurance here, but all the cute little animals, it's too much.
Define too much.
What's wrong with cute animals?
So are we doing this or what?
Nah, it's over.
Well, someone's got to break the news to Mittens. She's a diva.
Wait, Brad Keselowski just came in the pits. I mean, are people getting some pits now? Oh, finally, we had a like on this shit. Denny is gaining. Yep, he's right on Larson's ass. He's right on his ass. Because the lap cars are getting in the way. That's the thing. Oh, it took us a while to get some likes on this thing. Let's go. Oh, did he just move him out of the way? Uh-oh. The Brett Bodine Boxer's coming.
NASCAR Cup Series Championship race for Phoenix Raceway. Telecast presented by USAA. And here comes Denny Hamlin.
Oh, here comes the Brett Bodine imposter.
Now the 11 of Hamlin as the tires wear. The 11 comes to life. He's taken over second from Larson. And with 67 to go in the race, drivers, he is hoping this runs green. We have green flag pit stops. No more restarts. This is his strength. Yes, Steve, it takes about 30 laps to start breaking even.
Here comes the
32, 33. His car gets way faster. As you see, he's run him down.
Joe Daredevil, Terry Labonte, and Rock and Roll Jeopardy. Yeah, and we were throwing it down like Johnny Benson last night when Daniel Hemrick won the Busch Series Championship and his first race in the Bosch Supermarkets 200 to go with it. What did Kyle Petty say? Oh, never mind. He was responding to somebody. Never mind. Oh, people are pitting. Let's go. Oh, my God. I'm getting crazy on Facebook and Twitter. Oh, no, caution. Oh, the caution's out. The caution's out. People are pitting and the caution is out.
James Small, he can't believe it. Staring at the screen, he actually has the same question we have at the moment, which is I got to see where this cycles around.
Oh my God, the caution's out! The caution's out! The caution's out!
Kyle Busch, the 12 car, Blaney, that could have been a huge break for the 19. He may have stayed in the lead lap, and if he was able to stay.
Oh, Truex might have blown his chance at a second championship. Oh no! What the hell happened to Alfredo? The Sauce Mafia! He doesn't. Oh my God! He slammed that wall hard. He slammed it hard.
Hit that wall. Thankful for the innovation of the safer barrier.
Oh shit! I'm glad he's okay, but oh my God, this changes everything.
Fighting for Rookie of the Year this year.
Chase Briscoe was going to get it anyway, no matter what, because Alfredo wasn't ready for Winston Cup. He should have stayed in the Busch Series for another year. God, this race has had plenty of crashes today. This race has had plenty of crashes.
Well, he's very early in it. So he pits, and he's one of the first stalls. So he hasn't been on pit road very long. They service the car while the caution comes out. Now, the whole question is, he has scored
where he leaves pit road at the start finish relative to the leaders. Well, fortunately for him, he wasn't in there very long when the yellow came out, so the rest of the field slows down as well.
This is a big break for Hendrick.
Compare him to the leader, Chase Elliott, relative to the start finish line. And that's what James Small's saying. They're going to cycle to the front, as you said, Jeff. So he was only 2 seconds behind the leader when he pitted. That's the other big advantage. He didn't pit from
So I guess this is a good thing for Truex. I guess not so bad for Truex after all. Oh shit!
Well, Chase Elliott slows down and waits for the pace truck. So, pace car speed.
Josiah and Jason are here. Oh, this is fun. This is fun.
It's perhaps the best break they could have asked for. Great long run car, and now they should have track position.
God, this is fun. God, this. God.
That caution doesn't come out quickly, and all those cars are going fast around the racetrack. I think they come around a lap Truex, but the rule, the NASCAR rule is when the caution comes out, immediately you have to slow down by rule.
God,
You
this
know
is
NASCAR
fun.
will penalize you for safety reasons. Huge break for Martin Truex.
There for the 19 team potentially. And tonight, Sunday Night Football on NBC and Peacock. By Tannehill of the 6-2 Titans are going to face Aaron Donald.
Oh my God. Okay, now I know who Aaron Donald is. Someone was trying to tell me that on TikTok.
So now the pit road is open, and lead lap cars making their way onto pit road. Dave?
And Rick, this is such a fine adjustment for Denny Hamlin.
Who's winning the race? I think it was, oh my God. I think it was Larson or Chase. One of those two. Your boy Denny was coming until the caution came out. I mean, he's good in the long run, so therefore this is not what he wanted to see. Do you think there's a championship winning move for Truex? We'll have to wait and see how it folds when we get the 1-to-go signal.
In the center just really hurts me a bunch. And I also lost drive off the corner that run as well. Air pressure, a wide adjustment there. You see that being made right
Oh, Denny got the race off pit road.
Denny Hamlin gets the lead.
Larson going to lose a spot on pit road. Hamlin and Logano gaining spots.
Austin came out 10th. But where does Truex line up?
We love our house. Been here for years.
Yeah, but there's an
Where is Truex off the lead lap or is he in the lead? I don't fucking know.
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
Yeah, Truex is going to have the lead.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Well, don't worry. I think Truex is in the lead, so we'll be okay. Yeah, this is fun. I have a feeling somebody's going to hit the inside wall. Yo, someone's going to hit the inside wall on that restart.
Every kid out there with a dream. You will face challenges, but trust me, no matter what, keep pushing.
Okay, time to make the last call on TikTok. All right, guys, we're getting a late race restart here at the Checker Auto Parts 500 Championship race at the Phoenix International Raceway. This is the last call. The YouTube live stream watch party of this race is still up for grabs, and this is your last chance to join it on Mark Oliveira's Enterprises. The link is in the bio. My account for my YouTube updates is in the caption. So we're in for another Living La Vida Loca race, just like last night in the NASCAR Blue Series, Boston Supermarkets 200. And that truck race, honestly, Friday night was clean as a whistle. So today, you do not want to miss it. So once again, last call, Mark Oliveira's Enterprises. Link is in the bio. Account for my YouTube updates.
Relive this whole issue with the 19. He comes to pit road. There
On my YouTube update. It's in the caption, so you won't want to miss it. It's about to get interesting up in here. About to get Living La Vida Loca at the Phoenix International Raceway, the Wild Wild West. 29 here will hit the wall. I don't think there's a 20. Harvick that 29 car is not. 29 car is not a thing anymore, unfortunately. That 29 car is actually now the 3, which was 3 before 29 when Dale was in it.
Got some track positions, so you're going to see him in the restart. Unfortunately for the 5 of Kyle Larson, a slow pit stop. The right side looked pretty good, Jeff. I didn't see anything there. It's the left side that I think they have the issue. See the back man runs around, Jackson left side up. A little bit slow on the left rear. Not a lot there, but and this is a huge momentum shift. Now you take the 2 cars that have been slow.
Oh, God. Someone's going to try Bonsai.
Aggressive Larson.
So Larson's going to get his ass.
He's going to have a lot of company on the outside. Look at the momentum loss down the back straightaway.
And the 2 Hendrick cars are stuck behind the 2 Penske cars. And as they are, the 2 Gibbs cars drive away from them.
Chase Elliott making some quick work here, though. Getting on the outside of the 22 back there for 4th. He's going to take that position away now. Tries to figure out a way to put a position or make a position on this 12 car as quickly as he possibly can. You talked about the short run speed. You got to take advantage of it while you got it. You got about 25 laps till we see the Gibbs cars cycle to the advantage in lap time.
Just a huge change in momentum here. We know that clean air, I don't care what size the racetrack is, clean air helps. That's going to make these 2 cars that have been slower on short runs, it's going to help them some. I don't know if they're going to have enough speed to hold Chase Elliott off, but even if Chase gets by them, there's so much closer to him than they have been. It will not take them as long for it to switch and that long run car to have a major advantage.
Spotter on the 9. Coaching his drivers.
I think that's Eddie Gahan, I think.
We heard at the beginning of the show, Mark Truex Jr., when he was chatting with the guys on pit road, he said, nobody can out-scrap us. Well, Mark Truex Jr. right now in his team, after a couple poor pit stops to start.
Man, Truex, comeback of the day. Oh, my goodness.
Can they hang on to it? Can they stay out front? Can he win a second championship here in the Cup Series?
And then he has moved around a little bit. He's went to the top of the racetrack to try to find some speed and some clean air to be able to track down the 19 car. It's allowed the 9 car, though, to have a little bit
Get him, Jace. Get him.
where his cars was fast all day long on the bottom of the racetrack, Steve.
And now you're going to see he goes to the bottom. You know what's surprising, Dale, is that the 11, he's doing a pretty good job for a long run car holding off the 9 in that very area you talked about, right? So I'm not sure if he wants to be top or bottom. As he searches for clean air, though, it's a big advantage to the 9. Leaves him the bottom of the racetrack.
Well, that's exactly right. But you see, clean air matters. That 19 car, when he goes to the bottom of the racetrack and the 11 stays to the top, like he did in 1 and 2, that's a major advantage to the 11 car.
The car we don't see in this shot is the 5 car of Larson.
Oh, my God. What the hell happened to him?
Not able to squeeze up through there and get through the traffic like the 9 car did. And as this track cools off, you see the shade. It's going to tighten up. The 5 car Larson struggled with a tight race car late in the run. You have to wonder if they're freeing this car up enough for him to continue competitive late in this race.
And this right here, Chase Elliott having to run the bottom, trying to get by Denny Hamlin. That's harder on his tires than if he can run wherever he wants.
Well, that caution saved him, but the short run has not been his friend, so it's close. And Chase is all over his ass right now. If they continue running side by side like that, Truex is going to get away. I have my phone turned down so that way the audio doesn't play, so you'll get me copyrighted on here on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Truex is going to pull away if they keep running side by side like this.
You don't have to turn the wheel. Everything's smoother running that top line versus running the bottom.
Chase seems like he's struggling more and more with each passing lap to try to even get in position to challenge this 11 car.
Back to gas earlier there.
You mentioned it, Jeff. The short run speed is still there in this 9, but the dirty air is new. Could be affecting his pace just a bit. If I'm James Small, the crew chief for the 19, or Chris Gabehart, the crew chief for the 11, I'm letting them know this time, that's 10 laps. You guys are still going to get better. The 9's going to start to go away. Right? I'm going to coach you up. Dale, if you're my driver, I'm going to try to give you confidence. If you keep holding them off, we have.
And he was your driver for real, though, back when I was younger. Trace is struggling on exit. Yeah, I can see that. Oh, 3 cars under a blanket for the championship.
But they both got it, and now they're taking advantage of it, Parker.
Steve, you mentioned how maybe you've been telling your driver that's 10 laps into a run. James Small has been quiet on radio. Everyone has been quiet on the 19 radio. But one thing I've been tracking throughout the day is seeing when this 19 car sort of comes to life, and that's normally about 23 laps or so into the run. So right now we're at lap 11. If that 9 car isn't able to make headway before then, that could be when they start to really stretch that lead, Dave.
And now a confident Denny Hamlin tries to track down his teammate. And he has a huge team behind him, including 600,000 FedEx employees worldwide. They came to Joe Gibbs Racing in 2015. They came with Denny Hamlin. They've been hungry for a championship ever since. And if he wins today, there'll be a huge party, Kelly.
I hope not.
Came out. Chase Elliott said, man, that could have been bad. Remember, he had already been called to pit road. And then when he found out that 19 managed to stay on the lead lap, he said, oh, I can't believe the luck they have. But the team, staying positive, said, don't worry about it. Remember, you're better than him. By the way, it sounded like there might have been a little confusion on the lane choice for that last restart. It sounded like Chase didn't know if he was supposed to be picking his lane at the right time. When he did, he lined up where he lined up, and they went after it. But I'm not sure that he made a really conscientious effort to pick his preferred lane.
45 laps to go.
45 to go.
Running 1, 2, 3, 4. We go NASCAR nonstop.
USAA is made for the safe pilots. For Mac, who can come to a stop with barely a bother. Lucia, who announces her intentions even if no one's there. And Sergeant Moore, who leaves room for her room. With USAA Safe Pilot, when you drive safe, you can save up to 30% on your auto insurance. Get a quote and start saving. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for.
I could maybe eat 2 cheeseburgers and a cherry limeade.
Oh, yeah. What size? Route 44?
Go big or go home.
Go big or go home.
And if you're going to do it wrong, do it right.
I mean, can we get this race over with? It's almost Spurs game time.
You have too many shoes.
If it looks like an F-150, goes like an F-150, hauls like an F-150, thinks like an F-150, and powers like an F-150, it must be an F-150.
F-150, I was at Ford, is a fix or repair daily.
21 F-150 Power Boost Hybrid with 570 pound-feet of torque and 12,700 pounds of max available towing.
I need to try it first.
Okay. Here you go, buddy.
Thank you. You may kiss the bride.
Okay, back to the race. You know, we have Las Leyendas del Templo. What the hell? Las Leyendas del Templo DVRing.
Under 40 laps to go now for Martin Truex Jr. looking for his second championship of the Cup Series, and he's starting to pull away from Denny Hamlin, 9/10 of a second.
Chase Elliott, see, he's fallen further back.
Man, Jason's going the Alex Trebek direction. We got 40 laps until we got. Oh, he did he get in the wall? I think he did.
Trying to get on the edge by
finding everything he can, opening up his entry, just made contact. It's an odd place to make contact, but just trying to get as far out as he can to turn down into the corner.
And of course, the championship.
Please a caution.
1, 2, 3, 4. But there's a battle going on right now.
Man, Anthony.
Through 16.
Man.
And Harvick is at the top now. Let's remember when we started the playoffs. He was 16.
Yeah, what a recovery.
Twitter isn't.
Absolutely stepped up in the playoffs. But it's a tight battle between Blaney and Keselowski, only a couple points, 7 more back to their teammate in Logano, and then you see another tight battle back there between Byron and Busch. All these points matter. I don't make the playoffs is the key. Where the championship is obviously everybody's goal, but at the end of the year, you want to finish as high as you can in those points. And for the business model, the higher you finish, the more
The
pays.
championship.
They're fighting. See if they can get that car a little bit closer to the 19. I've been watching this.
I mean, Twitter is not going to be a happy place if Anthony Alfredo turns out to be the reason Larson, let alone Hendrick, doesn't win the championship.
Resin up high, but then turns the car off and runs almost next to the apron on corner exit to adjust his line. It seems to have helped a little bit, give him a little bit more pace. I think Denny was a little bit quicker, but what do you got on this 11 day?
Or a back row.
Junior 22 laps into this run, and Denny's team has seen this movie before. We'll see if it comes to fruition from the 11 car. Just 9/10 of a second behind his teammate now.
So I feel like that those two cars did the same thing the last run equally. When one got better, the other got better the same amount. It wasn't like the 19 was slower or faster than the 11. They're pretty equal when they chased down the HMS cars. And now the 19 of Truex is going to enjoy the clean air. Now the lap traffic could play a role. It has cost Truex a little bit of time. It's caused Denny a little bit of time, and that's going to continue if we stay under green. But I think this clean air for Truex is going to play the biggest role as this race goes forward.
One thing we have seen, though, with 34 laps to go, we've seen massive shifts in speed on older tires. We've seen cars.
Austin 14th for his 300 Winston Cup start.
You need Chris Gabehart right now pumping you up, and that's what he was doing. Hey, man, this isn't going to be our advantage. It's playing out exactly like we want it to. And then he's just got to lock in. He's just got to lock in, and then
He's
perfect every single lap.
So that's for the 11. If you go behind the 11, the two Hendrick cars of Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson. If I'm Alan Gustafson, I'm cheerleading my driver on. I'm continuing to get feedback. A yellow changes everything. These two have the best short-run cars. So we saw the 9 make a little contact with the wall. Don't panic and take us out of it yet. What we don't want to do is damage our car and then have the caution, Marty, that we could have used for both the Hendrick cars, a yellow, and I think they have a chance.
Anything can happen. Like I said, we've seen crazy things happen last night. Okay, I'm just trying to check my phone for updates to see if anything. Lights are coming on. Lights are on at the track.
And look at the sun now. The sun was behind the clouds. The track was pretty cool. Now the sun is back out. Look at the view into turn 3. The drivers cannot see the
Lights are on at the track.
What you see on your screen is exactly what it looked like out the windshield for the drivers. And now this part of the racetrack, turn 1 and 2, is going to warm up. It's going to get slicker. Who will benefit from how the track is going to change down here if the sun stays out?
What? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Okay, so crew chief.
Oh, gosh! Oh, shit! Restart time! Oh, caution! Caution! Is out. Restart time.
This many laps on his tires. This is 28 lap run right here. I believe that you have
This is gonna
there's a reason for the caution. You see that part.
live in la vida loca.
Entrance to turn 3, a huge part of the brake room, which is the radio we were hearing that they saw it happen.
I thought they were bullshitting. I'm like, oh.
Now your Truex, Hamlin, Elliott Larson. I know we talked about Truex and Hamlin not having great short run cars, but they held the Hendrick cars off here with the short cars with the help of Team Penske, who lined up in between them. We talk about it being a team sport.
Oh!
Driver's responsibility here.
Oh, no, gosh.
Before that, it's going to be the pit crew's opportunity to shine. Kyle Larson had
Yeah, let me rewind it. Let me rewind it. I want to get a picture of the car who brought the caution out. David Starr. There's 30 to go. Okay, let's get a picture. Come on.
And they all are going to be expected to perform.
And I don't have all the tools that these guys have for data analytics. You know, is anybody getting up with 2 tires? Does Kyle Larson say, I don't know if we can beat him from the second row. We're going to take 2 tires. I mean, I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's going to be 4 tires. But, you know, I think
Let's not fuck this up like Fabrizio Alberto.
We'll see his reaction when he hears the caution is coming out. I don't know if that's excitement or disappointment.
I don't know. I just hope it's disappointment.
This has turned into a Hendrick Gibbs slugfest.
It's a Hendrick Gibbs dogfight. Johnson and Gordon, Labonte and Stewart would never. Oh my goodness.
Watching this, 2 of your guys going at it, battling for a championship, trying to fight off the Hendrick guys as well. The stress for 2 extremely competitive car owners between
Oh my God, Mr. H and Coach Gibbs themselves, they both got to be sweating bullets. If I were them, I wouldn't even think about trying to rival up against each other like as people themselves that like outside their drivers. If I were Mr. H and Coach Gibbs, we'd be hugging this out in anxiousness, like nervousness. We'd be nervously hugging this out like, oh shit, are you gonna win? No, are you gonna win? Regardless, this is nerve wracking for them. I'm glad I'm not a fan of any of these drivers. Because if Dylan becomes a late bloomer years down the road, because he's not getting any younger, he's like over 30, and he competes for championships, I'm going to be feeling the nerve with him like I did with Hemrick and Gregson last night. The money stopped. Oh, shit. Let's see if Larson's crew can redeem themselves. Okay, Truex is out first. I forgot how long Aspen's pit road is. Yes! Oh, shit! That's the... Oh, man, Larson got a good stop! Anybody but Denny! Oh, man!
He went from the last championship 4 car to now controlling the race.
They've been the best all year, and then you look at the 19 team.
Yeah, not a huge issue, a little slow in the right rear. We are at the biggest moments, right? It doesn't take a huge mistake. That was just a little clumsy, a little clunky. That is all it takes to lose spots in the playoffs.
Good start up front after a great pit stop.
Yeah, Larson did. Yes, he 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 did.
My work helps save lives. My work is no platinum. My work gives people hope. I work at FedEx.
Take your career to the next level with one of our many open positions.
Okay, what message did you hear?
Okay, I have to pee. Guys. I'll be right back. I don't want to get tangled in my cord.
What's the commercial is about?
Okay. Commercials. I have to pee. I have to pee.
Denise got kicked out of one of those.
For talking?
Grand larceny.
How about we get back to the savings?
Yeah.
Yes, I would like to. Okay.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent.
Last time we get to see that message this year.
I'd like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you enjoy today's broadcast.
Steve, maybe the most important decision of the entire year about to happen right here.
25 laps to go for a championship. Now what lane do you choose? Kyle Larson, I assume, will take the top.
Larson's always good on the top. Even at CGR, he was good at the top. Who's in third? Truex. Truex. God. Give me time to pee. Give me time to pee. It's gonna get. Oh. Yeah. Okay, that commercial gave me time to pee. No, because we saw this with Allgaier last night, even though he wasn't even in the championship fight. Right. Oh, well, he didn't do it. Hamlin didn't do it. He didn't make the same mistake Allgaier made yesterday, which is good. For him, not for me.
He's going to do it. It all started. Hamlin did not get the launch he needed. Now Truex is in second.
Larson, Truex, Hamlin, and Elliott. The championship 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 23 laps to go.
Truex closed in quite a bit.
That's Chase trying to turn Denny. Austin 14.
Comes the 9 as well. Look at the inside of the 11. Chase Elliott trying to take third away.
Hamlin's going to fight hard up top. There's grip up top, but short way around the racetrack. New tires. Chase Elliott going to. I thought he shortcut that back straightaway more than he did.
I don't know if he did. I wasn't paying close enough attention.
The 19 not letting the 5 get away.
Oh, the 19 had to get off the gas a little bit.
Oh, who's it going to be? Truex or Larson? I don't know.
Truex, perhaps the best long-run car of the bunch all day. So the key here, obviously try to pass him if you can, but stay as close as possible. If your car comes in, if the tires feel great with 5 or 7 to go, you have to have him close as he climbs the bank up to that tricky area trying to get a run off the corner.
I'm surprised Truex was able to stay that close. Dude, Larson knows first few
20 laps to left.
James Small came on radio just before Martin. This should take off better. That tells me I think they pumped up the air pressure a little bit on that 19 to be better here on the short run.
Giving your driver a chance. I love it. We talked at the beginning of the show about the experience on top of the pit box. Kyle Larson, James Small. Kyle Larson leading James Small.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you. We've had quite the weekend. At least I have. And I've also, you know, with all the NASCAR and the races and the Spurs, NASCAR championship races and the Spurs games. And I've had quite the weekend entertaining you guys on all of my social media with all of it.
Under 19 laps to go. The fight for the lead in the championship. Larson has it.
Oh, Truex is right on his ass, though. He's right on his ass. He's right on his ass. Can he get around him? I just want to sing. Oh, my God. I just want this race to end already so we can go watch the Spurs. We got 21, Tim Duncan, 21 minutes left of the Spurs. Oh, God.
Still using the bottom down here, making some good time. The 5, though, up the racetrack, like you said, Jeff, like he was instructed. And look at the run down the front straightaway. He goes back to 2, 3 car lengths of the lead. Now he's going to change his line. He saw the 19
please
on the
don't.
side. If he has that 2 or 3 car length gap, he can make these adjustments.
Oh, what? No! I thought they were going to bone. Stop it.
Larson and Truex now 7/10 of a second in front of Elliott, who's up to third. Denny Hamlin.
Well, the Jazz aren't playing. I don't think the Spurs are playing the Jazz, Sean. They're playing the Thunder. Oh, Martin Truex Jr., Tony. Okay, I thought you were a spam or something. I was getting ready to remove you, but no, you're a NASCAR fan. You're good. You're good. But, man, this is going to be close. There's 3 cars under a blanket. The 5, 19, 9. Give me Vizo, Terry Labonte, Jeremy Mayfield, and Bill Elliott when I was a kid.
To reach a target on the long run. If you set those pressures higher, you will exceed that target and then in turn lose a little bit of grip on the other end of the run. Has he gotten to that point yet? These guys, we talk about Chase Elliott speed with Denny Hamlin. He is searching everywhere. Fast time through 3 and 4. Car width higher than everyone. Look at this. We have seen anyone down in 1 or 2. And I'm going to put every chip you've got to the middle of the table. You cannot see.
Okay, Jazz are your favorite team. Okay, makes sense now. But yeah, Tony, I'm glad you clarified. The Martin Truex Jr. comment gave it away, so you're good. Oh my goodness. Are you guys as nervous as I am, even though my favorite driver's not even in the chase for the championship? Oh my God, that glare going into the old turn 1, which is now turn 3 and 4. Yeah, and Sean, your team, the Jazz, they picked up the king of shitting it up from my team. You know, Rudy Gay. That's the king of shitting it up. I was hoping they would send him to Milwaukee and keep the king of bitching it up there so they could bitch it up and shit it up together all rolled up in one. Oh, but this is for third. You need to go chase those guys down. Oh, I'm not a football, baseball, hockey fan. I only like NASCAR and basketball. Dillon Brothers and San Antonio Spurs. Never really gotten into football, but most overhyped and overrated sport in America. Can't stand it. I tried to get into baseball a couple times and it never stuck to me. And hockey never interested me to begin with, except for the Cleveland Monsters, but I don't fully cheer for them. I just go to the games just to have fun with my dad, like we did in 2017. I decided to pass up a Busch race at Charlotte to go to that. It's on my Facebook. Even my dad's wife and that my dad's current wife has it posted. Because don't forget, my mom and dad are divorced. A story I will not get into on YouTube. I will not get into that. 10 to go. I didn't realize it was 10 to go.
Just barely.
The sun setting on the racetrack and the season. Kyle Larson has put together the best season of all of the championship tour drivers with 9 wins, looking for his 10th.
Yeah, laps are beginning to unravel for all these guys. 8 laps to go.
Oh my God! Why is everybody coming on here as soon as this is about to end? But at least they come to the good part. They've come to the good part. Tony, Sean, and Jason are here. Okay, this is good. It's 8 to go over here. They're about to go to 7. The only way your boy has a chance at winning this is if a back marker spins or something like that, or something crazy happens to one of the championship 4 where they screw up or hit the wall. Oh my God, my Twitter is going crazy right now. Oh my God. I don't blame you for your hands sweating, Tony. If this was Austin Dillon in this position, I would be sweating too. And when Ty is in position when his first Cup race next year, that's going to be me too. Unless he has the lead on the last lap and they crash and they throw the caution for that. Something that could have happened in 2017, the firecracker from Florida, because yours truly would have hit the fence in the 42. Almost in the same spot where he hit it in the 2013 Busch Series opener. I'll never call it nationwide. I rotate between Xfinity and Busch. 5 to go.
I'm more nervous than he is. What Daniels told us earlier in the year, he said, I watched back all of Larson's dirt races and listened to his lingo so that I knew the communications that he liked to hear, the way he said things. And Larson said, you know, during races,
Man, everybody's coming in for the good part. Everybody's coming in for the good part.
has paid off for Larson. 4 laps to go now.
Guys, this race is not over. Remember,
It's not over till it's over. You're right, Burton.
actually ended up losing that race. We've seen things happen.
Oh yeah, the Pocono 500, and then Kyle Busch won the Pennsylvania 500 the next day. But Pocono's losing a date, unfortunately. Oh, the lap cars are going to play a factor in this. Man, the lap.
3 laps remain here at Phoenix.
The lap cars getting well out of the way. Larson really appreciates that. An opportunity to pre-race to show Kyle Larson a tribute. Mario Andretti. There is no bigger name for Mario Andretti. Talking about that great.
I do miss his nephew, though, John Andretti, the 43. I do miss him. He was good in open wheel, but just not a good in NASCAR. God, I'm obnoxiously live tweeting on 2 left. There's 2 left. We're coming to the white flag next time by. Everybody's jumping into the stream at the good part. One lap and Larson is the champion. Oh, but Truex is coming. Will he have enough time? Oh my God, this is incredible. He's going to bonsai it if he gets close enough. He's getting close. Is it too late? Oh, God, the lap car is going to be in the way. Larson is the champion! Truex can't get close enough. Number 1 hater. To a major supporter.
Already see the emotion. What it means to Kyle Larson. Single vehicle he gets behind the wheel of. He has won the biggest races. And today, 10 wins on the season. One of the most dominant seasons that we have seen in recent history.
For me, to a major supporter.
And once again,
For general.
winning a race to win the championship.
You're okay with me.
Kyle Larson. Coach's hitting him. Run over 300 times.
Yep, the imposter and Brett Bodine's no. Okay, I'm typing. I'm sorry, Billy Bob. I'm sorry. Yep, he did it. He did it. Okay, where's the Yep. he lost the tire. The tire's in the tire in the flag. And that imposter and Brett Bodine's number took another L.
If he could have done a burnout, the tires would have took it for a lap. He would have done it. That was a championship effort right there. A+. What a battle. What an absolute battle. And talk about how much of a team sport this is. We celebrate and spotlight the drivers, but I don't think I've ever seen a championship won by the entire
Well, crazy to think that I was his number one hater at CGR, but after he won the All-Star race straight up on speed straight up in 2019, after what he went through with the N-word incident last year during the COVID break, he's okay with me. Even before this, he was okay with me. He's okay with me now. This is the perfect storybook ending. Look at that. Here, let me move out of the way so you guys can see. This is awesome. Here comes Rutledge to interview him. Ten wins. He could have won a lot more and broke Jeff Gordon's record, 1998 record, if not with some bad luck, Pocono and all the other shit he lost. Or he picked him up like whoever that guy is. He picked him up like Pat Sajak. He Sajaked him big time.
Daniel say you are a champion, and Kyle right away said no, we are champions. Right.
It's a team sport. Hell yeah, he's right. This is what I got to do last night with Hemrick.
Cup Series champion. I'll get a drink here real quick.
I don't blame you. That'd be nerve-wracking.
I don't even think I'd be racing a cup car a year and a half ago. And to win a championship is crazy. I gotta say, first off, thank you so much to Rick Hendrick, HendrickCars.com, Jeff Gordon, NASCAR.
Here comes Mr. H.
One of my supporters in the stands, watching at home. My family, I got so many of my friends and family here. My parents, my sister, my wife and kids. Owen had been giving me crap a month and a half ago about how I can't win a cup race when he's there. So that added a lot of pressure, but there were so many points of this race where
I'm just glad Hendrick won.
And without my pit crew on that last stop, we would not be standing right here. So they're the true winners of this race. They're true champions. I'm just blessed to be a part of this group. Every single man or person, man and woman at Hendrick Motorsports this win is for all of us and every one of you. So this is unbelievable. I'm speechless.
When you crossed the finish line with those tears in your eyes, did you think about that day your dad brought that go-kart home without telling your mom, and that moment led to this?
I had a lot of thoughts. I had a lot of thoughts through those last, really since before intros, right before intros, like it all hit me, and I had tears running down my face just doing the ride around. You know, the crowd was cheering loud, and it was just a different atmosphere than I've ever been a part of. So this event was crazy. This format's wild. I'm glad we were able to get it done. And yes, you know, a big shout out to my parents for getting me involved in racing. My dad for everything he did, building my go-kart when I was young to get me playing around. My mom for videotaping every lap I ever raced and give me something I can look at and study and get better. Gosh, so cool. I cannot believe it.
Congratulations, you are a NASCAR Cup Series champion.
Thank you. Thanks again, all you race fans. I love you. Thanks.
There he is, Kyle.
You're the man, Kyle. You're okay with me.
First thing he said, wasn't sure if he'd ever be racing in a Cup car again. A year and a half ago.
Yeah, Larson is the Winston Cup Series champion for 2021.
Wife Caitlin there, daughter Audrey. Wasn't sure if he'd ever be racing again. Being suspended from NASCAR back in 2020.
Oh, he beat Benson Jack down!
Second chance for Rick Hendrick. And he has made the most of that second chance.
Kyle Larson is your 2021 NASCAR Winston Cup Series champion. I went from being his #1 hater to a major supporter of his and a firm believer in second chances. You're okay with me, Mr. Larson. Congratulations to you, Caitlin, Owen, and Audrey. And this was the winning move right here by that #5 pit crew. And the winning pass on the restart to follow that up. Wow. And the checker flag as he goes under to complete the 2021 Checker Auto Parts 500 to win his 10th Winston Cup race of the year and his first ever Winston Cup championship. There's going to be a lot of momentum carried in 2022. And the best part, the imposter Brett Bodine's number choked again, and he'll never win a Winston Cup championship. Now we get to end this live stream and go watch the Spurs, and I'll be broadcasting that here on TikTok for all of you. All right, guys, so this is coming to an end right here. So that was fun. I look forward to maybe the Daytona 500 live stream next year. But for now, the next two live streams will in general be December 26th versus the Pistons for the Spurs and December 29th for the versus the Heat. You know, Graham Shields and Paris Burrell's birthdays. You know, Victor Crane and Skyler Storm and Live and Love You, the Lab Rats. Oh, sure. Okay, link it to me. Link it to me. What's your Facebook name? Okay, let's get to the Spurs.
Of course, our coverage continuing from Phoenix on NBCSN. Make sure to join
Okay.
us.
Which one is you? Because there could be so many Sean Berries. My Facebook is linked in on my channel. Just so you can find me first. So I don't know which one's you, but anyway, do you have it linked on your channel? But anyway, okay, Sean Berry. So which one's your profile picture? Which which Sean Berry is it? Like, which one's your profile picture so I know where to find you? Okay. I have to get ready. I have to get ready to turn this off. So give me the info. Give me the info before I shut this thing off. Okay, let me figure this out. Oh no, I don't want that. Picture of you. I don't know what you look like. That's the problem. I don't know what you look like. That's the problem. Jacksonville, Illinois. Okay. That gives it away. Okay. I got you. I just sent you a friend request. So therefore, now we can end this for real because we got a Spurs game to broadcast on TikTok and obnoxiously live blog on Facebook, live tweet on Instagram, and live broadcast on Instagram. So I will see you all for the next live stream, December 26th, Spurs versus Pistons for Graham Shields, Victor Crane on Living La Vida Labrets, December 29th against the Heat, Paris Burrells, Skylar Storm from Living La Vida Labrets, and of course, February 20th for the 2022 Daytona 500. So I'll see you all but for the time being, until then, we have a reaction video later on tonight to close it out. We have a reaction video tonight for the Spurs Thunder game after dark, and we got to react to the combined with the Check Out Parts 500. Tomorrow, maybe a little bonus Adventures in Autumn video to go with the Big Leap reaction video, which I think might be episode 9. I think the Big Leap episode 8 reaction. I'm sorry. And then Tuesday will be the last Leyenda del Templo, aka Legends of the Hidden Temple reaction video. So I'll see you all later, everyone.